to trade blows with a bunch of other teams with the safety of all those buildings for the scale rush. But we're getting kicked off here in game number 1 as we take a look here towards Team GG, team we were talking about earlier with the most reposed points qualified for Worlds here, over to KLA real fast, who's going to be on the top side here, moving across, just doing a little bit of looting and nothing crazy yet. No fights starting off just this early as everybody looks to loot up. We head over to Imperium. It's going to be TXJ versus WBG. JL inside as well. VVV breaking away there, forced to use the F just to get away, down to 25%, no armor. VVV just using the top side here as a place to go ahead and get a little bit of a reset. They did have that one shield powder, but that was it, as we see VVV looking for the scale rush here, trying to set it up for the team. Going to come in over the side here, get some huge hits onto Jing. Going to get a massive stone form connecting onto 2 of the members of WBG. Going to find another one onto Walker here, going in for the F, misses the opportunity to hit Walker there. Unfortunately, is now coming down from the top side. Will catch Jing with the overhead. Gonna clear up an elimination here as JL turns this into a 3v2. WBG AXO gonna go down as well. Now it's just Walker in the 1v3. The ult invested by VVV. They said, we're gonna go ahead and take that elimination. Gonna end the ult early so they can go ahead and get that bloom, get a little bit of rage built back up as we cut over to Team Alliance versus EWG.
Yeah, looks like it's actually already the disengage coming through, or maybe just the tidy up. There's Alliance going to continue to chase on, but DRG are in the area, so this could get a little bit dicey. EWG, Ijai getting himself caught out by one of the members of DRG. Been able to successfully turn the attention off, and WX98, he's just going to get 3-man taken down nice and easy. As now they might let's chase on to EWG. As Ijai still making a break for it. Yuma trying to see if he can find that hook on to XI, try and lock him down with a grapple, and goes underneath the bridge, but they smell that he's up there. It's going to force him to run away. Yuma misses the grapple, actually, so he's not going to get that stun lock onto him, but they're going to continue to chase up, and now that's XI caught out on his own. Very, very kind of slow chase here, but Alliance are just able to use their numbers advantage, and this is them jumping up to 3 kills already, so actually that makes it 4. So starting off really good here.
Yeah, really good for Alliance as we cut over to Team JDG. Right now, we've got Alliance on 4, JDG, GG, JL on 3 eliminations each, and EWG with 1 in the back pocket. You can see JDG here using this strategy. They're over here breaking all these pots, so they want to make sure they get those Dark Tide coins, so they have that money to be able to scale up here in the mid game before we start to see that first Realm of Yang come through. Really good strategy here by Team JDG to go ahead and set themselves up for success. And if you notice, they have King doing it, running around while the rest of Team JDG uses the opportunity to loot the area, so that they are wasting no time whatsoever. As we cut back over to Team JL on the move here. JL, again, one of those teams with 3 eliminations under their belt already, and they are wasting no time moving across the terrain here as they look for their next victim, because we still have 50 seconds before Zone 1 starts to collapse onto Zone 2. So it's going to be a while before those Yangs come through. Plenty of time for these teams to scale up as we cut over to Team Wolves. We've got XM here with that purple armor and a couple of purple weapons across the team. This team looking to scale even further as they get ready to head into Empyrean. And this is what we talked about earlier when we looked at where the teams were dropping. A very common strategy here in the Pro League is a lot of these teams will look to take those early engagements where they drop near the gold zones and then move in towards Empyrean, where if your team makes a mistake, it is much, much easier for you to use the terrain inside Empyrean to kind of break the ankles of these other teams and potentially get away, or even put the attention onto another team because of how many teams actually move into Empyrean during that stage of the game. All you realistically need to do is find the opportunity to get another player on another team low, and you can find yourselves breaking away as everybody else changes focus there. And here we go, GG come to spend some of those Dark Tide coins, and this is what we talked about with JDG spending that time to get those Dark Tide coins so they can come do some shopping, look for some upgrades there at the store. WBG looking to interfere with it, but not quite scaled up enough to really trade blows with that team. So they're going to break away here while we see JL do a little, or sorry, Team GG do a little bit of shopping, but they need to be careful. EWG coming in from the top side. The fan RB comes down and catches 2 members of Team GG. CJS already armor completely stripped away. Liu Ye here going to take quite a bit of damage as well. Cookie holding on to that tether there as everybody looks to break away and take a reset off of this. Had a really good engagement in this fight and then deciding that they do not want to full commit to it, Jake.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the teams don't want to commit because you've got the Realm of Yangs in the next like 2 minutes. So anyone who's got any decent gear is probably not looking to fight right now and just drop that. I am surprised though, because I thought we'd actually have a way more bloody start to the day, just due to the fact that, like, I mean, ultimately, I feel like these games obviously are important because it's kind of your proposed points for those finals, but like also at the same time, it kind of doesn't overly matter. The percentage of the points you're carrying over isn't massively high. So this is your day where like you can just go really hard and try and put as many points together as possible, or do what Wolves are doing and actually just play around with comps and try some stuff out for the finals, or kind of have something in the back of people's minds. Like obviously Wolves right now, everyone's going to know because it's the only away Shen in the lobby. So you do make yourself a bit of a prio target to focus there. But I might have to hold this for because this fight, which I thought nothing was really going to come of, looks to be getting pretty heated here. Jing getting locked down here by QGG inside those chain sides. Does have the Bane's Breath in his favor though, so this is going to be a little bit hard for KLA, but they've been able to secure themselves 1 kill onto Keck already. Xing trying to make a run for it. And even with the Bane's Breath, it just JDG did not have the strength to take this one. Down goes the final member of JDG. They do have the revive, so it's not the end of the world for them. But KLA looking really strong off that. Able to take the fight in the Bane's Breath and 3-0, easy.
Yeah, absolutely crazy too. They also removed that Volpine essence from play as well, as we see it pop there on a member of JDG, which means that they do not have to worry about it heading into a Realm of Yang, and they are very scaled up. So when we see Zone 1 fully collapse here, it's very likely that we are going to see JL look to be heading into that Realm of Yang. They are the only team that knows that the Volpine essence is not going to be accessible for any of these players. So they have a little bit of a safety net being able to pressure into those Yangs, knowing that once they get somebody low, they do not have to worry about that proccing. So they're going to be set up pretty well to head into Yang, given their current gear state as well. Going to be a pretty big advantage. And speaking of which, we're going to see those Yangs coming through on the map here. GG, WBG, EWG, all waiting in the wings here around 1 as well. There's one north side. It looks like Team JDG might be looking to spawn towards that north side and potentially head towards that Yang, but they need to be careful. KLA waiting in the wings. Yeah, it'd be a
so
big risk for them. You really would be extremely undergeared. It just depends on what kind of gear they find laying around as well. They have to be careful about what they're going to decide to do there. But given the stage of the game that they go out, I don't know. There's a little bit of a risk it for the biscuit there, because if you do go out, you do still have time to get rid of that Yang depletion at least. And there are still a lot of players left in this game. Like you said, this game's not been very bloody at all yet, Jake.
It's been a very, very quiet game one. I feel like teams are trying not to throw themselves into it too deep, as we are going to see it's Wolves versus AUG, JL versus Alliance, and EWG versus KLA. We got JL versus Alliance here, so see how these guys are going to be playing this one out. It's TXJ. Does the standard, gets aerial early. Let's just get a little bit of damage off of that mid-air F. Let's see who they hit onto here, but they're going to be looking to go in for a fight versus 2 right now, just trying to zone away. TXJ just playing this aerial for the moment, just waiting it out until a good opportunity strikes to jump in onto Yuma. Has that F back up and available. He's going to pop the ultimate there. Get that invisibility on. They are going to be looking for Yuma, but Yuma finds him with the fan. Gets a massive chunk. The armor does get stripped away somewhat. The healing from the Karumi is going to keep them okay for the moment. As TXJ just re-healing back up. I haven't really seen what the Zyphon's doing. There's the Zy getting the chain scythe off. That's kind of on the Vatari POV. Getting a bit of damage off onto VVV, but it's a very, very slow tempo fight so far. Can't really see the health bars of their opponents, unfortunately.
TXJ here trying to come in. Will find a massive parry onto Alliance's Revenge. Revenge immediately going to pop the F, though. The follow-up from the Karumi absolutely huge, allowing them to get huge damage onto him. Yuma here trying to break away here. Not going to be able to, as TXJ is just able to cut all the way through him. Revenge trying to come and cover. Not going to be able to, as TXJ and the members of JL come out on top here inside the Realm of Yang. It looks like KLA and OUG will also be winning their respective realms of Yang. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have seen the perspective from Wolves, but Wolves does not win their realm of Yang with that interesting comp they put together. Now they're going to be on the back foot while playing this new composition and going to need to find themselves some soul blooms to get back into the game. TXJ also here. Yeah, TXJ in that fight, by the way, breaking 1,500 eliminations this season.
I was wondering why we were following the Matari POV for the Realm of Yang. Like, not a lot actually happens on Matari's POV, so it was very hard to see the state of the fight. It was because TXJ was about to break that threshold for kills, so now that makes a little bit more sense to me. I'm going to see KLA pop the no ult zone. Don't think they really needed to, but they're going to.
Well, you know, it's a little like ringing the dinner bell.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, they're also very geared, so it would be scary to fight them right now. There's JL going to get himself immediately into a fight versus DRG. One Fang losing a fair amount of HP here. TXJ as well. Just get his armor stripped down, but they're in their Kurumi ultimate, so they're able to heal back up, and they just turn it onto DRG. WX98 goes low, and now Dong Q9 trying to make a break for it, but the grapple comes in. They're going to look to lock him down, and that should just be the end of DRG. They're eliminated. JL, with that Vermilion Birds, might start off strong, and now OUG coming in for the turnaround. JL, you get that knock up onto SS for every second there as TXJ. No ultimate available, does have that F, so he's going to use it there just to break away. And Vermilion Birds, this fight, they can be as aggressive as they like. The worst that can happen is they get they get parried and lose a weapon.
TXJ here onto OUG's SS, trying to make something happen here. That Matari ult, that invisibility about to run out. TXJ going to break away while he waits for the rest of the team to show up, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen that way as OUG cuts through him. JL down to a single member left remaining, but JL there with that Vermilion Birds might still going to be in the game. Unfortunately, not able to clean up these extra eliminations. There's VVV getting caught out by the rest of OUG. They need to be careful. Not too long left on that Vermilion Birds. They need to go ahead and let it go so they get that resurrection. And there it is. JL will live to fight another day here. Unfortunately, they don't find the kills they were looking for in that fight. As we cut over to Team KLA, trading blows with WBG. Kurumi ultimate on Kurumi ultimate. Zyl's coming through as well. WBG Sleepwalker trying to find a way into this fight with the fan, but we see QGG keeping him from being able to make it happen. Forced to burn the ultimate here just to find anything, as one of the members of WBG is actually going to get stunned out. The follow-up stun coming in from X1's ZDI as well. From the third party, going to clean up so many members of KLA here. X1 with an extremely clean third party comes in and cleans up a number of eliminations. Wolves still, as we cut over to them now, 1 minute and 18 seconds left remaining till that Yang depletion. They do have ultimates here, but we've got to be careful about which engagement they take. It looks like they're trying to engage here onto the members of Team Bao Da. XM here, gonna go ahead and pop the ultimate on Kai Lin, looking to clean something up here. They need to find some blooms, and very quickly, very close to elimination, but we are going to see the ultimate from our boy there on Bao Da, gonna pull them to safety here. The taxi initiated as we see Wu Chen bring him out. Bao Da still trying to break away, look for the reset. Wolves, unfortunately, cannot give up the hunt here. They have to get their hands on a Soul Bloom. We're gonna see another Tesla ultimate invested onto Team Wolves. They are able to cleanse themselves of it. XM looking for something, anything here. The Viper ult coming in from Bao Da's U. XM trying to break away here. He will get away. He's got to be able to come in and cover. Oh my goodness, no, another Viper ult. JDG shows up with a massive Viper stun. They're going to clean up some of these members of Bao Da, but can Wolves come back? No, they have got to break away, and it looks like Wolves will go down to this Yang depletion. No, XM able to come in and cleanse the Yang depletion. Another member of Bao Da completely caught out. Wolves, one member left alive here, is going to hold on to it. Unfortunately, I do believe the other member of Wolves is going to go down to that Yang depletion any second. There it is. It is all up to XM to keep Wolves' game alive here in game number 1.
I don't know if XM has the money. I also don't think he has the time, because KLA have found him. Zem, not going to be going too far, unfortunately. Although, let's say KLA decided to cool it off. I wonder why they did that. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know that Zem is alone. He's gonna... Oh, nope, they see JDG. They decide to go for a little scrap versus JDG instead. KLA just going to move back into the zone as we actually saw Sleepwalker. He was taken out just outside the edge of the zone there, so he's gone. There's another member of WBG down, or their first member of WBG down. And somehow, Zem gets away. That's not bad. Wait, KLA can take this? We'll see. Right now, it's oh no, you ran. Oh, I didn't see he was alone in there. KLA though do get to go in versus JL. Just gonna start off with the classic aerial play here as a ultimate available here for QGG. Let's keep the eyes on the amount of Fs that he can land already. VVV finds himself getting hit up a little bit. QGG gets caught in the uppercut. Is able to back off for a brief second. Pops the F. Doesn't land it though. Crucially, gets the refresh from the Matari though, so F up again. QGG's low HP, goes in for the slam, misses again, has the ultimate, is going to pop it here, tries to get some damage down, but they are just completely sticking onto QGG. He's inside the Karumi though, so he's got the armor refreshing. HP still quite low. Chain Scythe onto VVV, absolutely rips through the armor as he gets zoned out of the Karumi ultimate once again, and QGG needs some reposition, gets in for a bit more healing. Massive cone from the Chain Scythe though, trips through a couple of people's health, gets onto VVV, catches him with the uppercut, and now they're looking to open on QGG. Can he keep this going? He still has an F to reposition away from TXJ. The Hong Sword does him a fair amount of work here, comes in for the F, doesn't hit it onto VVV, and now he's looking for the turn with the Hong Sword, catches him in the uppercut, and he is just locking him down. VVV needs to make a breakaway from this, but KLA are down a player at the moment. Can QGG make the hero play? Can he find that turnaround? As he's still got one player left. 17S holding on fast here. QGG looking for the parry. Doesn't get the F off in time. And that's going to be the end of KLA. Down they go. JL take the Realm of Yang.
Oh my goodness, that was an extremely close fight. I think that's the closest fight I've seen in Yang in a while. Both of them go to a 2v2. Unfortunately there, we do see one of those members finally just getting massively popped, instantly deleted, and it becomes a 2v1 where we see VV land a huge parry with the follow-up Dragon's Rush in. That is all she wrote. JL off to a tear right now. 12 eliminations. As we get ready to head into the mid game, our second Realm of Yang through. We're to see both JL and OUG in the Yang actually opt for Drago Storm over the White Tiger's Prowess. GG, I do believe, getting that White Tiger's Prowess from either a box or somewhere else. GG here. As mentioned, moving across the map as we take a look. GG in an interesting spot right now. 4 eliminations to their name, but they are absolutely stacked as we get ready to head into that late game. So time is going to tell where they land on their performance right now. GG, of course, being a team we talk about all the time, they are masters of taking control of a final circle, and it's where we typically see GG start to pop off, and they have set themselves up for success in terms of gears. We cut over to KLA here. KLA in a bit of a pickle. They have 4 minutes to get rid of this Yang depletion. We're going to see some money swapping hands here. We might see a strategy where they try to find themselves at least one Soul Bloom so they can see some of the other members eliminated and start doing that buying resurrection strategy. We cut over to OUG versus Team Wolves earlier during our first set of Realm of Yang, so we can see this fight I wanted to see. Xinyu getting tripped up here. Unfortunately, there's a lot of chaos between these two players, but Zai able to cut through a little bit of that. We see here Wolves XM, unfortunately, forced to use those dashes. His immortality is stripped away from him, and then once we see that Yueshan will go down, there's not a lot of Wolves can do. One little tick of damage, and Team Wolves heads on out right there. Cutting over here to KLA. Again, 3 minutes left remaining until that Yang depletion heads out. They are going to need to find a team, find a way to get some eliminations, but crucially, they have got a lot of money. QGG here with enough money to buy back at least 2 players. KLA needs to find themselves a Soul Bloom very quickly so that they can look to get their other 2 players out and buy them back as we move over to Team GG. KLA right here. This could be the Soul Bloom that they need. GG without that White Tiger's Prowess now. No buff to their name, so KLA taking an equal fight here with them. We're going to see the F invested by QGG. CJS going to take a lot of damage. LXM trying to come in and cover from behind there. CJS goes for the ultimate here. KLA's QGG, though, behind here very quickly on the Zai, starting to cut a lot of damage through, gets a huge full charge out. Wow, we see the Viper ult invested as well. The Wu Chen gonna taxi Team GG away from this into the zone, unfortunately, trying to get as much of a reset together as they can. KLA has no choice but to chase. Oh my goodness, that legendary Soul Jade gonna come through and do so much damage, but GG loses LXM. We are able to see QGG here cleanse that Yang depletion. They lose 330. GG going down to one member left remaining. CXC just getting juggled here by CJS into the ultimate as well with the parry as well. Oh my goodness, GG CJS here absolutely cutting them up, but KLA's not having any of it. Two more in. Can CJS come against the odds here and clean it all up? He fired 17, but no, he goes down. QGG's got to get back in. He's got the heals. He needs to get this popped. Oh, will he get it before the tank gets him? So close. I don't know if he can make it. UGG may have just been griefed out here by CJS from GG, and sure enough it is. CJS says we might go down, but we're taking you with us.
That is unreal. But GG did that. What an upset, knocking KLA on 10 kills out of the lobby as well. JL gonna be PayPaling them after that one, man. They got 12 kills under their belt. They are feeling real good now with a big competitor out. They do still have Alliance on 8 though. Alliance in shot of them, but MI7 is still a blueberry. Crazy that actually Alliance haven't had the money to go grab some purple armor for MI7 off the back of this. Keep our eyes on them as still moving over, being tracked by JL for the moment. Bane's Breath coming up. Got a Spirit Well coming up as well. It is just going to be a real contest for this one. A lot of people actually collapsing in because there's still some gearing that needs to get done. Zinyu eats a Bane's Breath to the face. I actually think all members of OUG took that there. As JL going to jump into this Spirit Well. It'd be a pretty easy capture for them. I don't expect anyone to really come in and contest off. It's a too early Spirit World to contest. So yeah, I think they're just going to back off and let JL grab himself another set of goodies for them. Oh, especially when you got the I can't remember what that Soul Jade's called, the fist weapon one.
Are you talking about the Vortex, the legendary?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, the Vortex.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a goated Soul Jade. We got JL's VVV here, all of them just covering, looking to lock down that Spirit Well. Go ahead and get themselves that coveted buff as we get ready to head into the very late game. Zone 4 is collapsing on Zone 5, which means we are going to see one more late game's Bane's Breath here. About Us Peak gets Tessa ulted, throws a Tessa ult out of his own, and they just say, we're going to try to kill you before it pops. And sure enough, they are able to make that happen as JL's TXJ with a massive I do believe Dash there are coming in, able to clean that up. JL's VVV, here it is with the Draco Storm coming through here from the Spirit Well, looking to start cleaning up here. They're able to catch out X1's XLY with some massive damage here, and they disappear in an instant. The Draco Storm putting in work, as well as VVV with the legendary weapon there on Zai. The huge damage coming in from that ultimate is exactly what you expect to see coming in from a Zai player with legendary armor, legendary weapon in the back pocket. JL scaled to the gills here, and of course they get that ult reset as well because they popped the ult there inside the Spirit Well before the Spirit Well comes through and refreshes. So VVV ends the ult and still has the ultimate in the back pocket online. A very, very clean pick for JL, as we see OUG here trading blows with the members of JDG, but they need to be careful. That late game Bane's Breath we talked about coming through. X1's LYD trying to break away towards the Bane's Breath, trying to hope it's going to buy him a little bit of cover here. Unfortunately, he is just getting cooked, and it's going to be OUG's SS off the back of a musket shot that cleans up that elimination.
Absolutely, really, really nice stuff there as JL, who spot Alliance. It's going to get up in personal with them. Alliance being forced to back off, although VVV is actually full sending it there. Went to use the F. I am surprised, but they do back off in Alliance. Able to put some distance between them. OUG now slide in the middle of this Alliance JL sandwich. They might be getting themselves completely minced. That cannon shot just ripped through the health bars. OUG I don't think they were ready for the amount of damage they just took. They got absolutely obliterated there. Oh, this is White Tigers.
Yeah, this is going to be absolutely huge for JL, especially considering the number of points that they already have together. If they can set off the chain reactions there with White Tigers going into the late game, I don't think anybody is going to be able to stop them in this lobby. They are insanely scaled. VVV here with the ultimate as well, able to put in work on this Zai. So much damage coming in off of that legendary weapon. And this is that team we talked about that it took not the Karumi, but took our other healer, the Zipping Ying, and they are absolutely proving that it is quite viable. Or no, they did take the Karumi. I apologize. I'm looking at OUG on the board. But JL, though, still coming in very strong, 14 eliminations. They are going to get this White Tigers, it looks like. I don't think anybody realistically going to be able to stop them. If they can start procking some kills in this small final circle, it is going to be crazy for them. Alliance trying to clean something up here. And Alliance on those 8 eliminations want to make this game count for as much as possible. But unfortunately, NY7 immediately deleted it. Here comes VVV. That ult going fast for them. So much damage coming out onto 2-Tick. Again, the legendary weapon putting in work for the members of JL. JL trying to find another target to lock down as they go to 16 eliminations with that White Tigers. Every single time they pop somebody, the damage is going to come out and hit a lot of people. And that's why we're going to see so many players moving away. And VVV just comes in off the side and says, let's go. Yuma caught out from Team Alliance. Cloudweaver comes in and not quite able to lock on to anybody here. Huge Viper roll coming in. JDG wants to come in. They want some of this smoke. VVV locked down. Oh my goodness. Huge damage onto VVV. This is the target they need to get rid of. But no, the Karumi comes in. VVV still in the ult. Gonna come through. Starts to cut through JDG's King. King goes to half health. VVV just keeps the pain coming. All these players clustered off the side. If they can kill King here, huge damage for them coming in from the White Tigers. And there it is. It is just the chain reaction going off as JL goes to 18 eliminations with only 7 players left alive in the lobby. Now they've got JDG down on the side here. Keke in the wall is going to blow up as well, doing huge damage. Come through. They go to 19 eliminations. JL is just destroying this lobby left, right, and center. The F going to be invested. BBB keeps the pressure going in. The ultimate for the Zai almost back online already. There it is. We're going to see VVV just tear through the King's health bar. F invested instantly. The King goes so low, teleports away. OUG going to be eliminated by TXJ. There's the 20 bomb. VVV with the ult back online. Nobody can stop them. JL tears through the lobby.
Absolutely huge opener there for JL. And I thought it was going to go wrong from the moment they got hit by the massive CC lockdown onto the Zai. It was, you got hit by the Tessa ult, and just before you touch the urn, someone knocks you back. That goes off. The Viper stun is on you. So as soon as the Tessa stun wears off, you get hit by the Viper stun as well. A nuisance. Because there's a lot of crowd control, and the other teams have a lot more just potential damage through their abilities. So your job is to wait for them to blow those abilities on someone else and then tidy them up.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's become a little bit more difficult with how quick the aggression is this season, because what you see happen is like early game is realistically the best time to look for those third parties, but on a lot of these maps like right now where there's not a lot of Fireflies, it's very hard for Blind Date to get online early enough to really come third party some of these aggressive fights. And then you kind of have the phases between Yangs and of course the Bane's Breast that come through in zone 4 and 5 now that also make it really hard to commit to fights. So you see less teams committing to fights outside of Yang, which means there's less teams for you to third party as that particular comp. So I think we're seeing an adjustment to kind of go with the flow of that, but it's pretty difficult for the comp, but the comp still sees quite a lot of play and does very well. So yeah, I agree with you. I think we need to try to find some more third parties. Wolves XSM here up top on the ballista. It's always good for one. Does find an elimination there on his own LYD, just trying to cover for the team here. And you see Wolves trying to keep in that area. Zone 1 going to lose another one. Wolves already off to a tear here with 2 eliminations off of the wrap. X1 down below. ZDY by themselves. JDG coming to clean this elimination up. And to see if Wolves still up top on the ballista, maybe no, but it's going to be JDG who comes in and cleans up the final member of X1, and now trying to turn on to Team Wolves here. XM trying to break away, trying to get back into that ballista range. Unfortunately, Wolves down a member right now, fighting from behind. XEM gonna drop the Bane's Breath here for the team. Comes in, Wolves will lose XEM. 2Tick standing there, more than happy to hold that space. Gonna get grappled out. ZK trying to bait them up towards the Bane's Breath here. Not quite gonna be able to make it. ZK in a position where he could go resurrect NiHQ down below. There we go. Yeah, go ahead and get NiHQ back into the fold. JDG waiting for it to go away. Possibly looking to get an angle with the range shots here. NiHQ needs to get up quick. There we go. Gonna use the cover. Yeah. Zem down below now. We're going to need ZK to come topside. Unfortunately, he's got no repair kits here. He can't really sit on the ballista and use it. I don't know if NiHQ is in a better situation or not, but we're going to cut over the team Baoda, trading blows with WBG. EWG losing a member, able to get them back up, and Baoda looking to turn on to that. Baoda with the one elimination. Purple set of armor on Yiran already. They want to continue to scale up. They want to find these kills, get those dark tide coins. Yu splits away from the team, takes a ton of damage here. The Viper roll coming through as well. Exai really wants to clean up this elimination. That's it for you. Absolutely no place to go as EWG's Cookie comes in to clean it up. Peak tried to lock down on the Cookie, forced to use the F. Yiran getting parried here, and the Karumi blitz through. Luckily, they're able to find the ultimate in the last second, but Peak is going to go down, and now it's just Yiran versus the world. EWG's not having any of it. Baoda's Yu missed positions here and cost them their early game.
Really, really nice stuff coming in there from EWG. So we're now going to see that Zem back on his feet. They were able to actually pick him up, but Wolves, their start has not been great, unfortunately. They need to... They really need to go grab themselves some gear because they're running around with those white gear, apart from a couple of blue weapons. Not a great start for the side of Wolves, and they were able to get themselves 2 kills though, so it's not like all in all bad, but it's not, you know, they need to get some gear going if we want to be going a bit further into this game. But right now, having a look at JL, who we then blink away from because nothing's going on. They're having a very quiet start to the game. Rummy Yanks will be spawning up soon, and I just think JL are relatively isolated, so if a gate is near them, they should be pretty uncontested to get in that gate. As 2Tick looking for Alliance here, comes in with the F and just meteors out of the window. Yuma finds himself isolated, but the rest of Alliance come in to bail him out. Bane's Breath's been thrown down here by the side of Alliance now, and that's really going to cause some issues for JDG, especially with NY7 landing the chain scythe onto multiple members. 2Tick trying to make a run for it, but Alliance able to get themselves their second kill there. Really, really clean. JDG can't do anything off the back of that one.
Yeah, Alliance really smart here. This is a strategy we've seen Alliance adopting this season, where they almost always go and look for their early game's Bane's Breath. We talked about being able to drop in an area that has a lot of breakables to secure yourself some early Dark Tide coins to either put some gear or something like a Bane's Breath under your belt. And that's exactly what we see Alliance doing. They drop in this area knowing there are so many breakables here. There's so much Dark Tide coins to get. They grab that early game's Bane's Breath. They put it to use very early as well. They're able to secure themselves 5 eliminations and take the lead in the lobby right now, but they do need to be careful. Wolves waiting nearby, 13 seconds left remaining on the Bane's Breath as they are on the prowl. The pack doing a little bit of hunting here, and they're going to wait till this Bane's Breath goes away. XM decides they need to get some Dark Tide coins for themselves here. This is something you don't see a lot. These players actually taking one of these golden quests to get a little bit of Dark Tide coins early on. Typically, you see more of that aggression where they're looking to drop onto other players, but Wolves playing a little bit slower this particular game, and this is what we were talking about with this blind date comp, where you kind of need to find a little bit more of that early game aggression. You need to look for those third-party opportunities. I think they came sniffing for one. The Alliance had already cleaned up the members of JDG.
Yeah, absolutely. Is the Bane's Breath is a weird one because on some case it's the kind of like stay away, on the other case it's dinner bell. Like abilities are definitely getting used in here from both sides. Third party probably very doable. So we did see that quite a lot actually, where like the Bane's Breath now just kind of actually draws teams in as well, so they can come and try and get those third parties. But gonna see this Rummy Yang spawning up momentarily, and that's where I expect to see another kind of wave of action break out. Alliance already starting off very strong right now. Got a lot of work to do to catch up to JL. JL had a very big game number 1. But starting with 5 kills and a good game in the previous game means Alliance have been able to somewhat close that gap between them and that top team right at the top of the table, but WBG sitting all the way at the bottom. But it's really DRG. Like, DRG, we're 2 games in and they are still on 0 points. And yes, we're only partly into our second game, but they need to get some points on the board. You know, they're not a bad team. They are making it to finals. They're in the top 12. But right now, they are going to be starting finals with a pretty big handicap if they aren't able to put some points together.
Here we are, though. Zone 1 almost fully collapsed onto Zone 2 here. So we're going to see those Realms of Yang get ready to come through. And they are completely spread out this time. They are in every corner of the map. So we're going to see a lot of these teams look. KLA, OUG, and potentially Wolves heading towards the one in the middle bottom. Alliance in a similar situation where they could either head towards that one or the one on the bottom western side of the map there that EWG is chilling around. On the top western side of the map, you've got JL, GG, and Bauda all looking to potentially head that way. And on the top eastern side of the map, we have 4 different teams looking like they are going to be fighting over heading into that realm of Yang. Things are going to get a little bit spicy, Jake. You might actually find what you've been asking for. Some of these teams looking to actively come through with their ultimate stuff and contest the players out of heading into the realm of Yang. Alliance here spotted out by OUG as they look to pressure in, and Alliance in a similar situation where we saw them last game. 1 set of purple armor for them, but 2 little blueberries still going around, and OUG here popping that F, waiting for Alliance to potentially make a move in here. And there we go. We're going to see it coming through. OUG gets 2 players in. They get the 3rd in. Alliance will also make their way in, and they're going to be heading off against JL. But we're going to start with OUG versus X1 inside the realm of Yang.
Yeah, got the golden fist weapons onto SS as well. Ultimate ready to go. Going to start with just a couple of pistol shots from the sky here for SS. Pops himself the F, looking for an opportunity to get that one off onto ZDI. He's just bonking him up right now. ZDI is being melted by him. Ultimate hasn't been popped yet either here. ZDI trying to make a breakaway. Is going to be able to jump back down into the mix of everything, but now he's going to get hit by those spear and shoves, landing them on to LYD now. Still got 2 more charges left to go. And honestly, this is just a very, very one-sided fight here from the side of OUG. It felt like X1 weren't even able to do anything. SS holding the Furen shove just until the last moment. Pops it actually missing. As we're going to cut over to Alliance now. We've seen the Yue Shen has gone for a transform versus them, but they've already absolutely ripped through the members of JL. One Feng looking to break away. It looks like TXJ's transform has worn off as well. Down goes One Feng. In flies TXJ into the waiting fans of NY7, and he is just going to be able to finish him up. F slammed in, and that was a beautifully clean fight from Alliance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the problem that we're seeing the 2 times we've actually cut and caught this fight is they are not waiting to separate their ults out. You know, typically back in the day, we didn't see everybody popping their ults all at once. We saw teams kind of staggering their ults, and Yueshan, for him to be able to cover, needs to stagger that ultimate. Every time we cut to a team with this Yueshan comp inside the realm of Yang, they're popping it at the same time the Kai Lin is, and they're just trying to go for maximum chaos. I think they need to kind of stagger their ultimates out and look for a good opportunity here, whether that means Kai Lin pops first, or maybe even the Yueshan, so that Kylan then can come in and cover the kind of cleanup, right? Kylan can also still look for a big damage while the Yueshan is in that ultimate, locking players down, and follow things up afterwards once players get low, and cause a little bit more chaos, because he does have more movement than the Yueshan does, so it'll be easier for him to clean up kills than it will the Yueshan.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm seeing OUG trying to just cleanse them. Oh, no, sorry, they won. They absolutely demolished who they were playing versus. They're going for a fight versus Alliance. Alliance also trying to try and use the Vermilion Birds might put some kills on the boards. Consequence free. There's going to be the parry onto SS. SS gets knocked back. Armor stripped away. Is able to pick himself up in, well, turn him to his purple fist weapon. He's being juggled around though. Revenge going very low. The King's going to keep the pressure up onto Revenge, but they are going to get that F down off. Revenge actually armor swaps out. OUG low HP. The King going low. Revenge looking to finish him up. Can he find that opening? Yes, he can. SS is next on the menu. NY7 backs off for a brief second, but in jumps OUG Zinyu to try and tidy this one up onto the remaining members of Alliance. SS goes down. The Birds Mites are popped, and that is 10 kills, make it 11 for the side of Alliance.
Let's go Team Alliance off to a tear this game with 11 eliminations under the belt. They played this really, really well. They made sure that their target selection was always off of that Takeda there. They were looking for the proper targets while forcing the Takeda to be in a position where he had to pop the F, he had to pop that ultimate as soon as possible, and they just played around it. They looked for those whites to keep him stunned out while they looked for those big hits with things like the pole sword there onto the other players, where Takeda just wasn't able to cover for them because of how separated he was from the rest of the team. Alliance plays that fight extremely well, and because of that, they still have 47 seconds left on that Bird's Might as they pick up 11 eliminations. We look now to WBG and DRG trading blows here. WBG's Walker a little separated from the rest of the team here, trying to play catch up here. DRG trying to break away, but DRG might need to take this fight. They have 1 minute and 20 seconds here before that Yang depletion is going to knock them out of the lobby. They need to find a way into this fight. Unfortunately, we are going to see that ult landed onto one of the members of DRG. DRG not able to get their member there to be able to connect away. They're going to be forced to head into the portal here, and it is just a bloodbath here as DRG starts to get absolutely tore through. JL here with the Yueshun in a similar situation has to clean up this fight here onto DRG. There's the Yueshun, and here's what I'm talking about, where they are double ulting here. The crucial thing for them this time is they already had DRG on the ropes before these two ults came out, so they can afford to double expend these ults here and realistically start to put some damage on the board. We're going to see a teleport come through there off of the Kurumi tether, and Kakaishi here just trying to get away. JL not going to let it happen, though. They will pick up the elimination. They need to get that Soul Bloom onto them as the third party comes through. They have got to make something happen here. TXJ unfortunately misses out on getting that Soul Bloom, so JL here a little bit on the back foot. DRG still trying to break away. WBG on that last player here, cutting through, and they are going to get eliminated there by WBG. DRG completely eliminated from this lobby. X1 in a similar situation as they trade blows with Team Wolves here. 30 seconds left remaining. Wolves will lose one of the members. NIHQ goes down. X1 will get a cleanse on the board, it looks like, but Wolves forced to break away here. Unfortunately, no resurrection going to come through as LYD is on to them, and it will be 2 souls.
Oh my word, they did it.
Yeah, 2 souls cleansed. No, Wolves still alive, though. 1 member left remaining. X1 will lose a member here, but they crucially will keep it alive. Fong on the outside here, just getting cut through by WBG.
I just really want to talk about WBG for a second here, though, because these guys did exactly what I said I wanted to see a blind date comp do. Like, they saw that fight versus JL and I can't remember who they're fighting now, DRG. They saw that fight, they waited out the Yueshun ult, they waited out the Kylan ult, then they jumped in with their CC, finished them up, because they don't have as much innate kind of burst and just damage from abilities. It was really, really intelligent from them. They played it very, very well, and now JL are left kind of scratching their heads, unsure what to do. They are able to use the Rebirth Charm to bring back TXJ. BBB needs to get himself another one and then bring back his Viper. His zipping, sorry. As we are actually going to cut over to EWG. Looking for the stun onto Bao. The peak gets caught, so does Yu. Yu loses all of his armor. Zai just absolutely obliterating that health bar with the katana here. Does get that charge click off. Isn't going to commit for a little bit more. Yu is able to get back into the Kurumi ultimate to refresh that armor and keep himself going for the moment, but XJ has the ultimate, so he will be able to do some serious work with this one. Massive work with the spear coming in, though. But I do think this might just be Bowder in a whole heap of trouble here. Yu popping the ultimate, the Furen shove through 3 isn't going to do much when he gets caught by the urn, caught by the uppercut. The charm is inevitable at this point, as Lue, not going to matter if he gets parried here, because Bowder get eliminated. Back into the realm of Yang. Alliance already down NY7. OUG have been able to just crush them early here. Can they find the turnaround? Kurumi ultimate used from the King, I believe, there. As OUG just keeping the pressure up onto Revenge. Revenge gets caught out mid-air. Over the shoulder he goes. And I think Alliance, they're going to be put back onto the back foot off this one. It isn't even close. Yuma is going to have to pull a bloody Miracle off, and a Miracle is not in his wheelhouse right now.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Getting caught out by the Takeda F there from the scale rush. I don't think they realized Takeda had popped the F. And this is one of the things, this is why we see so many teams this year specifically, and towards the end of last year, moving towards that Takeda F1 when we started to see the shift from the other F, is very specifically that little purple aura in all of the effects that are happening in trios is very hard to see around Takeda. So if you don't see him pop it, if he walks around the backside of a pillar and then pops it and comes through, sometimes you just don't see that happening. You let the blue rip, you let the scale rush out, and you get caught out by it anyway. As we move over to GG here in quite the big of a pickle, the Takeda here just caught out there in that ultimate, trying to break away. CJS going to go topside here, looking for the Ballista of the Chase. Going to keep moving here as we see X1 breaking away here. There's JL's TXJ not in a good situation, be in the middle of this, and sure enough, he's going to go down to X1. GG and the rest of X1 trading blows here. A lot of teams showed up. LYD going to have most of his armor stripped away, trying to find anything here for the team. X1 in an interesting pickle. GG wants to break away from this fight for just a second. They do have that Draco Storm to power their engagement here. There's JL's VVV though, solo player caught out, and this could be it for Team JL here this time around, trying to find a miracle, but the Cloud Weaver just comes through, sucks VV up, and GG finally find themselves on the board with 2 eliminations.
They've been looking for them all game. There it is. Lovely little start there for GG, but I mean, it's 11 minutes left in game number 2, so time for GG to really kind of get ahead in the game going forwards. Alliance still with these Ran Yang debuffs. Got plenty of time, luckily. On the hunt for Jing from JDG. Isn't actually going to find them, though. They do have OUG behind them. OUG really being a nuisance for the side of Alliance. They want to lose. They lost the Ran Yang to them. They don't want to then lose the game to them as well. Draco Storm definitely not something they're interested in fighting, but most crucially, OUG and potentially have been able to zone Jing away from Alliance, so denied them the one cleanse. Doesn't actually see Jing in the invisibility bush, so they were able to take the portal to safety. Because yeah, it's relatively dicey period here for Alliance. They will run into GG though. Let's see a fight break out here. F comes down. They do land it on to one member. NY7 pops the ultimate as well. Has the scythe to work with. He's just going to look to put Sunburst into 3-3-0, but finds himself in danger. Uses the F as a reposition tool there. Still holding out onto that chain scythe. The Karumi ultimate thrown down. Yuma going very low though. 2 members caught by the chain scythe from NY7. Comes in with the F. Misses it onto CJS with the Furen shove. Ripping through Yuma. Yuma's able to hold for the moment though. NY7 gets himself the invisibility from the Matari ultimate as it now fades away. Chain scythe onto CJS once again. Into the sandstorm they go. NY7's just going to have to brave the storm, but now they've moved to the other side, forcing them through. Revenge going low. NY7 comes in with the miracle F. Revenge holds fast for just a few seconds longer. Now they're looking for CGS, but over the shoulder he goes. They've been able to take down Revenge, and this fight is going wrong for Alliance. 3-3-0. The new target here for the side of NY7. He finds himself caught out once again, and Yuma has gone down. NY7 is on his own, and Alliance are eliminated.
GG on the board. Jade again finding 3 eliminations here on 2 Alliance. Really unfortunate for him there. Again, the Takeda F really coming in clutch for the side of Team GG here as we take a look. Well, ZK just completely caught out, separated from the team here as EWG cleans up another elimination, bringing them to 11 total eliminations as they take control of this lobby now that Alliance has been eliminated by Team GG. EWG doing what the blind date comp previously, you know, I used to call this skirmisher comp. There's so many skirmisher comps now, but
only blind date.
Yeah, but now doing what this comp needs to do best, right? Looking for those third-party engagements, looking for stragglers, playing the edge of the zone, waiting for teams to come in so they can play gatekeeper. This is exactly the way this comp wants to function, and EWG doing a good job showing exactly how you do that.
Yeah, let's say GG gonna grab themselves this Spirit, well, it's a Mystic Might one, which I believe gives us a higher chance of the next one being a White Tigers once again. So may see a bunch of teams really go for the contest on this one, as CGS with the golden dual swords and golden armor. I don't think anyone wants to get anywhere near them. Wait, they all got golden armor? No, 330 doesn't.
Yeah,
This
they are
could be the
really
chance.
set up for late
You get
game.
it from this one? I swear there's got an armor in this one.
GG's going to be very, very stacked after this.
Yeah.
They're going to be in a really good place. Yeah, I mean, they are doing what GG does best. They're playing for late game. Unlike last game, they actually have a couple of kills under their belt now and are heading into that late game very well stacked. They failed to scale up last game and make it to that area. They actually get caught out by another team trying to cleanse their Yang depletion. They do keep that other team from staying alive, though. CJS did a really good job of absolutely destroying KLA in that last game. But both KLA and GG still alive in this particular game. GG's 330 going to pick up that Mystic Might there for the team. Again,
really
GG,
delayed it.
Yeah, they did a really good job. They're waiting to hold on to it for as long as possible here. CJS coming through here with the Furin shoves activated here as they look to go ahead and start cleaning up KLA here. Maybe a little bit of revenge on the team KLA for eliminating them so early in the last game. CJS just trying to play gatekeeper here, trying to come cover for the team as well. We do see that ultimate come through. LXM just breaking away here. KLA trying to break away. EWG waiting in the wings as well, though. And here comes EWG for that third party doing what we were talking about. Cookie going to clean up QGG. And this is exactly Cookie going to get another one onto KLA. Again, this is exactly what we talked about. This is what Blind Date Comp should be looking to do. Come in for those clean third parties. Let GG put in the work. Come in, clean it up. There's a huge ult by Zai. We're going to see LXM actually get stunned out here. CJS, though, at 330 in a very clean position to be able to keep them out. CXZ, though, unfortunately going to go down. KLA, their last member, gets cleaned up by EWG, and EWG snakes 3 kills out from underneath GG with an extremely clean third party.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be seeing from the Blind Date Comp. Third partying every opportunity as they actually look to go on to GG. WBG decide, EWG decide they don't want to actually be involved on that anymore. And honestly, I think GG are probably okay with it because they, actually they did pop the Takeda roll. Oh, that was nice actually. As soon as the Takeda roll came out, they just blinked away. Gonna see the Vane's Breath in the middle of the circle. 6 minutes left on this game number 2. CJS is looking for Zem. Zem just didn't get a move. They had to Lucian him out. Oh my word. GG are absolutely stacked.
Yeah, they are really stacked here. But again, they did let the likes of EWG come in and clean up 3 eliminations they worked for. And now they are down their Takeda ultimate as well. They jumped in. They really wanted to make EWG pay for that. And EWG was like, cool, we still have our Wu channel. They did exactly what they needed to do. They came in third party. They held the Wu channel. So as soon as things turned bad for them, oh, ZK on Team Wolves here, caught out in the Merciless, or sorry, not the Merciless, but in the Dagger Soul Jade there, just completely destroyed. Yeah, the good old whale.
Oh, they got Aurora Burst as well.
Yeah, they got Aurora Burst.
Impossible to push up onto, right? Like, that is insane.
Yeah, like if you go into Aurora Burst into Whale, that is a bad place to be. And OUG, here it comes. This is what we talked about. That White Tigers. This is going to be crucial, and you're going to see GG fight for this. This is what GG's been fighting for all game. They set it for the late game, but again, coming into that. Oh my goodness! Aurora Burst into Whale, into Aurora Burst, into the Flame Soul Jade. Oh my goodness! CJS wanted it, and they said no. What a combination of Soul Jades there. The blistering edge too. Oh my goodness.
This is OUG banking on the final Spirit Wall having White Tigers in and just specking into it as much as possible. This is you will not be able to enter the Spirit Wall comp as they get themselves the White Tigers. It pays off. Oh, that was absolutely filthy. GG was so stacked and they just got liquefied by it. Luckily, able to survive, but that was hella close for them. And now the White Tigers and a lot of people grouped up. This is the opportunity for
OUG to pop goodness.
Off. The Aurora Burst hits onto multiple people. Everyone has to scatter. They do not want to be getting taken out by the team with the White Tigers. They don't want that Thanos snap to go off. SS now looking to push up onto X1 on the high ground. As, yeah, the scatter has broken out and everyone is just avoiding OUG like they got the plague, man. Like, they will not go near them. As Zem running as fast as he can to get away from OUG. SS able to break away from the stun of that Viper as they get themselves their first kill there. pop. I think they actually got the White Tigers pop onto XGI as well, so they took 2 players out with that.
Oh, look at how low Cookie is here. OUG, man. They are just absolutely cooking with these Soul Jades. There they go.
It's taking 2 out of time.
Oh, the pop coming through is absolutely crazy for OUG. They literally, like you said, set themselves up perfectly for this Spirit Well. And I mean, somebody has got to read the parry here. They cannot let them keep abusing Aurora Burst into this Dreadful Whale over and over again. And they just let it happen time and time again. And they just go back and forth. Zone 1 is, sorry, X1 going to lose ZDI. And a lot of players going to take damage coming in there. And now LYD trying to get the tether. Unfortunately, he's going to be forced to break it as so much damage continues to come through. EWG, Lu Yi getting caught out here by WBG as well. The White Tiger still 13 seconds left remaining. OUG going to get tethered out here. They want that elimination. They do pick up LYD. More damage coming through off of it as they do catch a couple of players with procs. No eliminations off of it, though. But still, the damage coming in absolutely huge. GG will pick up a member of EWG. We're going to see the Wu Chen teleport coming in. What a crazy final circle as OUG climbs to 15 eliminations and takes control of it all. GG, they thought they were going to go in. They thought they were going to take that well. They spent all game prepping for the final circle, but OUG just preps better, Jake.
They did indeed, but the White Tigers is gone. It is a 3 versus 3 versus 3 here in the end game. And GG are the ones with the bigger health bars to work with, that gold armor on absolutely everyone. And they're not even full engaging into the fight. They're just playing the side of this for the moment. Now they can look to go for it. They can't get caught by that Aurora Burst Dreadful Whale combo. Zinyu gets caught out for a brief second. Walker comes down, locks onto multiple people. Actually, looks like one of the GG members was able to get away. They pop the Kurumi ultimate to keep them healthy. The Aurora Burst just pops off on that rock over in the distance. CJS holding the ultimate actually until the right opportunity to go for it. There's the pop. The through end shoves are now up and available to him. Finds himself getting caught out by this Dreadful Whale in a sandstorm, but SS caught up by the uppercut there for a brief second. And they're just going to keep that pressure onto the OUG members. SS has lost all of his armor, trying to make a run for it. Buren shoves back, but CJS gets parried. Beautiful catch off. Buren shove. He can't grab his dual gold swords though, so he needs to just switch to the blues at this point. Keeping that pressure up onto SS, the King's Low. GG, able to secure themselves the kill off the back of that one. That's another for them as well. OUG, the biggest threat to them in this game, have been taken out. They need to look for the resets and finish up WBG off the back of this one. The gold swords were picked back up for CJS as well, so his damage has well and truly spiked. Parries onto Ajao, knocks him into the zone and finishes him up nice and simple. Walker, caught out by the Wisp, is going to get his armor minced through here by the side of CJS as Jing trying to make a break for it, but there's no way he is going to survive. Going incredibly low, over the shoulder he goes. CJS going down. GG, take it all.
I don't know if it's gonna be enough for MVP. Time will show. They did pick up quite a number of eliminations, but we still have OUG with 15 eliminations, and I think it is gonna go to OUG. Wow. They're gonna be your MVP for game number 2, but that is gonna be very tight. OUG comes in, they're able to get that huge setup with the Aurora Burst into Dreadful Whale, into Blistering Edge, back into Aurora Burst, into Dreadful Whale. They
obviously GG not able to drop on to Secret Tunnel because I believe the circle was maybe a little bit too south, but expect to see them absolutely leg it up there and go grab that, as immediately we see KLA secure a kill onto X1, and now another player has joined in. ZDI going incredibly low off the back of that one. There goes LYD. KLA just kicking it off in complete style. Nice and easy. QGG's just full on, knuckle dusters there as well. Didn't even have any weapons. Still able to secure those kills, and that's 3 for KA to start it off with. Nice and easy. Is see if DRG have got any magic up their sleeve. They need a kill at least, man. They can't go 3 games 0 points.
Yeah, no, I mean, DRG really needs to get something going on for themselves here. But speaking of which, they are on to OUG, the team that had such a dominant performance last game. Dongjing, the overhold there, going to avoid the parry. The King being kept alive here by their teammates. Massive parry coming in from the King, though, but the F going to be invested very quickly by Dongqing, and then the King caught out in the ultimate as well. Dongqing trying to follow up here on to the rest of DRG. The stun going to come through. Zinyu going to take a lot of damage. Kakaishi going to go down. SS extremely low, but the cover coming in, it's just the King. No, it is a 2v2, I do believe here. DRG, there we go. SS going to go down. DRG holding on for dear life here. They need to clean up this last elimination, but oh no, KLA going to be coming in for the third party here. Is going to leave DRG in quite the pickle. They don't even get the third elimination as KLA comes in. They will clean up a member of DRG, Dongqing there, and DRG is going to be heading back to the Soul Altar, but they are on the board, crucially, Jake.
They have finally got 2 points under their belt. Lovely little opener there for DRG. Yeah, they did lose, but honestly, something's better than nothing again. You can't have that as a revenge. Actually getting onto TXJ, just doing an absolute heap of damage to him. They try and turn around with the halberds, and Revenge has gotten low. He's able to tap dodge quite a lot, but eventually does fold to JL. Alliance losing a player. Actually lost all of their players, so they're going to have to respawn and start up again. Using those respawns very, very early. Bad start there for Alliance, who've honestly been killing it today, so that's a pretty rough one to swallow. Can't see Wolves, who have had a very, very bad start to this this day as well, actually. 6.5 points for Wolves. These guys won the first 2 bi-weekly finals, but they were definitely a contender for the whole finals. And at the end of the day, only 20% of those points are going to be carrying through to the finals. That is a really hard one for Wolves. They got a lot of work to do if they want to be competitive with JL, OUG, and GG on the finals.
Yeah, I mean, you know I love my boy Wolves, but last game they actually had kind of set themselves up for a little bit of success, had a pretty strong early breakout in that particular game. Unfortunately for them, they did get eliminated there after losing that second Realm of Yang there, and because of that, they just were very quickly eliminated from the game, and they only get a couple of points. They've got to find something together for themselves here, and you know, typically when I think of Team Wolves, Hollow Roth is the map that I'm very used to seeing them do extremely well on. So for them to go out mid-game there with only a couple of points under their belt, pretty disappointing there for game number 2. Hopefully they're going to be able to bring it back here in game number 3. As we take a look here, JDG, things slowing down pretty significantly right now as we get ready for Zone 1 to start collapsing in the next 30 seconds. Speaking of Team Wolves, JL is on the hunt here, and they have spotted the Wolfpack VVV. Look at this, just sky dancing across. Wolves has no idea that there is a predator, an eagle ready to pounce down on them from the heavens. And there it is, huge, no, HQ's got the F coming through. VVV comes out swinging, and Wolves turns it back. They're trying to go for the Wombo here. They're gonna go ahead and pop the Takeda ultimate. JL here spends 2 ultimates, no, 3 ultimates, and they get absolutely nothing out of it. Wolves in a huge position here to be able to clean this up. VVV pops the F, no ult coming in. VVV, most of their armor stripped off. There's the Wu Chen F to go ahead and bring JL to safety. Wolves keeps the hunt on.
That was absolutely bonkers. Just landing and immediately grabbing him. That had the energy. Have you seen the video of the kid who catches the seagull by the throat and just takes the chip out of his mouth? Yes. That had that energy, man. Just like, they did not give a damn. Wolves turning it around. JL do look to try and go back in off this one, but VVV pretty low off the back of this. And NIHQ does get caught out by the grapple though. ZK gone low. They're going to pop the Karumi ultimate to get the armor back as VVV low, armorless, parried, and gets turned onto. He's going to be catching these fans. Absolutely huge performance coming in from NIHQ. Looking for the catch up onto him. I don't know if they've actually been able to catch out yet. One thing goes down. I was trying to see the fight in the distance, as it does look like Wolves have been able to turn onto VVV as well. And there's all 3 down. Beautiful play by Wolves.
You know, just as we're talking about Wolves needing to turn things around, I mean, NIHQ with the F in the back pocket to stop VVV there, the utilization, ZK with the perfect Temi ult, baits out every single ultimate there from the side of JL, and then they just keep the pressure up while Wolves still has 2 ultimates in the back pocket. I honestly, it's textbook. I don't think Wolves could have played that fight literally any better.
No, I really don't think they could have. As Bowder, they're going to hunt on to GG. See if they're going to go for it. I don't think they are, actually. They're a little under geared at this point. They may just be looking to back off, especially with the Realm of Yangs coming up soon. I think there's a lot of teams who are going to be looking to gear up to get onto the Realm of Yang or kind of see what they can get while some of the bigger, stronger teams are off the map for a bit. Because that's something we don't really talk about. Sometimes Realm of Yang is an opportunity for some of these under-gear teams just to feel safe, where they have, like, you know, a couple of moments where they can just run around, grab loot, and not be worried about getting jumped onto by a giga-stacked team. As Alliance's Yuma goes down to GG. GG on their 4th kill of this game, but KLA on 8 as well. So KLA really popping off here as NY7 getting run down by Bowder. Oh, this is the end of Alliance for this game. I don't think NY7's got enough in the tank. He's got 19 grapples, so he does have a fair amount of movement. Peak only has 3, and he can't even land 3, apparently.
I was going to say, did I just watch Peak miss 2 grapples?
It's just not going great for Peak. I don't know what Yu's doing on the grapple front. Maybe NY7, if he stops getting caught on the rocks, maybe actually be able to make the breakaway here, but that is the Tessa coming in. NY7 gonna get caught up, gonna get jumped here on the buttery rocks. Fans on, pops himself the ultimate, maybe the stun. No, he's not even gonna get one with the stun. They chase off. NY7 low HP. I don't know if NY7 is going to be able to make the escape here. I like watching this instead of the Roma Yang stuff that started up soon.
I look at NY7 here. Oh no! As soon as I take it over, gets the bow shot. I was gonna say, doing really good at breaking the ankles here. You with no grapples left either, just in a bad situation. Really hard to follow up. They didn't get it off the Tessa ultimate. There was a world where NY7 didn't go out there. But speaking of Realm of Yang, we are gonna see this pop up. It's gonna be EWG versus WBG, X1 versus KLA, and Wolves versus JDG, which we're getting ready to see break out right now. I'm excited. Wolves in a Realm of Yang. Let's see if they can make up for the Realm of Yang they had in the last couple of games here. Now HQ trying to find an entry into this fight, gonna jump and pop that F immediately here. The players of JDG got to be careful. He does get the flip there onto the Rumi, but now it is a Temi ult cutting out against Team Wolves, but they're gonna pop their ult as well as they look to lock in onto Tutik. Tutik taking a lot of damage here. Wolves ZK bounce back into the ultimate. It's gonna save him quite a bit of trouble here. NiHQ trying to find an entry into this fight. XMN though coming in with that huge Merciless Havoc, doing a lot of damage, and it is just Rumi ult for Rumi ult right now. NiHQ trying to hold those Furin shoves as long as possible, waiting for those Karumi ults to go out. There it is, Furin shove coming in. Tutik doing quite a bit of damage here onto NiHQ, but NiHQ followed it up with quite a bit of damage of his own as we see ZK goes very low. Unfortunately, NiHQ not able to cover the team. No Furin shoves left. The ult going to come to an end here quite shortly. 1 second till the F comes back off cooldown. A huge parry onto XM, and there we go. It's going to be Wolves NiHQ versus the world, and unfortunately, they are going to go down as JDG claims the first Realm of Yang.
Over to KLA, who have just put ZDI in the blender. That was not even castable. It just went down in a heartbeat. That's going to be another Realm of Yang wrapped up. KLA really popping off this game. Is that 11 kills that's put them up to? I need to double check in a second, but there's going to be the Vermilion Bird's Might for KLA. They are on to 11. Yeah, 11 kills off the back of that one. Really nice. As JDG is the team in their sights. It's always the two teams of Bird's Might that fight each other, isn't it? As KGG chasing up. WBG also winning their Roma Yang. We may see Wolves come in and try and third party this one to see if they can grab a couple of kills, but could be risky versus these very, very strong teams. As KLA, it seems weird with JDG are running away from them. This is like a consequence-free fight for both teams. They've both got the revive, but it looks like they would rather go look for someone else to fight as EWG and X1. Just going to be taking themselves a fight right now, trying to cleanse their debuffs. Is Uwe. It's a little bit of damage off just for a brief second. Is actually running around with the fist weapons now on. For a brief second, didn't have anything up. Is going to lose a lot of his armor though. Now got the ultimate available to him, so the Furin shove is there. Looking to throw it down. Rumi ultimates come in. X1 are being absolutely obliterated. Their health bars are so low. Uwe trying his hardest to keep alive, is able to do so as X1 have been able to get some heals up, but they've still got a couple of Furin shoves available. Still away. As in comes a third party from the blind date comp. Tessa Charm lands, and JL coming for a beautifully execute kill off the back of this one, and they will be able to take down XLY. Down he goes. In comes the Viper Stun next, as they're looking for Lue, who gets locked down, caught in place. Don't actually find enough damage to kill him, though. So JL able to come in and secure that one, but WBG with the Bird's Might, I mean, they're not going to give a damn. They're just going to go as hard as possible, able to secure themselves one already with that Meteor from Walker. As now it's actually going to be EWG who are going to be getting their attention turned onto off the back of this one. Ultimate is enabled here by Walker, but he's not actually able to find himself an opening immediately. Has got the chain scythes out, so should throw them down any second now. There it is. Walker able to secure the kill. X1, LYD pinned against the wall. There's just been a lot of action for a brief couple of seconds as LYD. It is not going to be long for the world, unfortunately, although JL come in with the turnaround. Secure all the kills. Beautiful.
Yeah, JL doing a really good job of those third parties on the blind date comp as we cut over to Team Wolves here. And it looks like most of their Yang depletion, or at least their Takeda here, cleansed. KLA going to lose another member here. That's going to be a second Yang depletion cleansed from the team. As we're going to see Wolves completely cleansed of that Yang depletion, find their way back into this game with 7 eliminations under their belt. Wolves doing a really good job as we cut back to the realm of Yang. We're going to see KLA here versus X1 in the realm of Yang. QGG up top here looking for those scale rushes, doing what they do best here off of the Zai, waiting for a clean entry into the fight. We'll find some damage there onto LYD. All of the members of X1 turning onto QGG. QGG gonna break away though, and in a clean position to set up a huge Zai ult. Goes for the F to opt to get away as he sees the Furin shove coming in. We'll find some more big damage here, just holding steady as we see that Kurumi ult come through. The members of X1 getting separated. We're going to move that Kurumi ult on over. QGG still just looking for the good opportunity to find a huge team ult here. There it is going to set up all 3 members of X1, and they go down very quickly. QGG actually doing a good job there. But right now, unfortunately for the members of KLA, they did go down. They have Vermilion Bird's Might, though, so they are just looking for a good, clean place to resurrect. So we got back over to Team Wolves right now with 7 eliminations under their belt. 2 sets of purple armor and plenty of purple gear for them. They are scaling up very well as we get ready to head towards that second set of Yangs. Question is will Wolves take another Yang fight? Given the second Yang has not been nice to them in these last couple of games.
You are right, but they have also been a little bit experimental in some of those games. Wolves need this though. Like they need to be as points conscious as possible, because everyone else is starting to run away from them on the overall scoreboard. They've had some pretty disappointing games so far. You don't want to go in midway through the day and not have those points under your belt. As you hear the chirps as the Realm of Yang spawn up. We're actually looking at KLA and Bowder fighting over a Spirit Well right now. QGG just going to back off for a brief second. Trying to force them away. They throw down the Tessa Charm. It only lands onto one, but in comes the Viper Stun as the follow-up, and that could just be the lockdown. 17S does get caught. QGG is actually going to do his best to defend him. Catches the parry onto you. Into the uppercut to follow up as well. Chunking through his health bar. KLA, it was risky, but they were able to break away from it, as we're now going to go to WBG and JDG inside the Realm of Yang.
WBG here, looking to go airborne. Walker all the way up. 2-tick there with the re-grapple onto Walker, trying to come in there. We're going to see the F invested. 2-tick looking to find something here with this legendary spear. We'll find the scale rush up there onto 2-tick, getting a little bit of damage here. Now going to be separated from the rest of the team. This is the strat here, is you really want to keep the Takeda separated so that he's not able to cover for the team with those Furin shoves. 2-tick trying to get in there. Gonna pop that ultimate. He goes extremely low though. The Kurumi ult gonna come in and do a lot of good here for 2-tick, but 2-tick again still being separated from the rest of the team and not gonna find a lot of value out of those Furin shoves just yet. Forced to take a heal here as both teams look to take a full reset. The Zai ult comes in as soon as we see the Rumi ult go down, and 2-tick gonna start taking a lot of damage here. WBG trying to play this textbook, trying to keep 2-tick from being able to use those Furin shoves to chain change out the way the fight's gonna go. Two-Tick taking quite a bit of damage there. That armor gonna be gone yet again. Zai looking to come and make something happen. The miss parry from Jing though. Two-Tick's gonna land the Dragon's Rush into the net. Just tons of damage there onto Jing as JDG's Two-Tick takes control of the fight. Jing goes down. They are down to one member here. No, Two-Tick, he looked like he had it to himself, but in the 1v2 he goes down, and it looks like WBG is gonna come out on top, ladies and gentlemen. A huge turnaround for the members of WBG. We're going to find themselves at 9 eliminations. Going to get themselves a set of gold armor. Vastly needed as we cut over to DRG here versus the members of Balda, or well, member of Balda, as they clean up an elimination. DRG goes to 3 points on the board. You know,
Really
Jay talked about the possibility of them going to 3 donuts, and they said, hey, no, we're going to put 3 points up.
That's good. That's good for them. They've now got a point per game. That's it's a start as wow. The wind spout into the Draco Storm, into the burst. KLA are being absolutely blitzed here by WBG. And they are just going to back off. They do not want any of that heat. Although 17S, I think 17S just sacrificed himself for the team. No, he just rejoined up. It was a weird camera angle. He's okay. There's a WBG not going to be able to find these kills onto KLA, at least immediately. KLA are just running to the hills. No ult zone popped as well, just as another deterrent to keep WBG off them. But I don't think Walker really cares. I mean, he's running out of grapples, though. He's only got 6 grapples left. Checking a couple of the buildings as KLA becomes chandeliers. And I think they're going to be A-OK. I think they're going to walk away from this one. Although Walker, he knows they're about. He just has a gut feeling here. Oh no, CXZ through the window. 17S goes, and yep, they have to scatter. WBG looking to keep the pressure up. They've still got 89 seconds of the Draco Storm. Going to be hard to stop them on this one as they do try and jump away here for the side of KLA. It's such a good game last game. They do not want it to be going bad, but the wind spout hits onto QGG. Draco Storm slowing him down, and there it is. Walker able to get the kill with the golden nunchucks. 17S making a break for it, but I don't think he's going to be able to go too far. Two-Tick coming in as JDG go for the third party. 17S, he could go for the revives if he got away, but I don't think escape is going to be possible for him here. Trying to grapple away, but can't do so. JDG secure the kills.
Yeah, JDG not going to let that one slip away. They need those soul blooms, and they were able to get one online. They put it on the Kurumi crucially. Absolutely smart play by them. They're going to head on over here to where they see this no ult zone. Look to see if maybe they can do a little bit of shopping. They do have enough coins just to buy everybody back into this game. So the smart thing for them to do now is find a place to let their other 2 players go die to the edge of circle, which, look at this, is exactly where we're going to see them head, is right here to the edge of circle. And then the roomies should just be able to buy them back. Now, crucially, they need to find a spot in the circle where they can get those bodies back pretty easily without being spotted out by some of these other players who are looking to play gatekeeper for teams who are coming back in from circle.
They are next to a spirit well where they're going down, so it'll be in the zone, so it'll be a quick grab and dash. So as long as the circle doesn't move too far, they might be all right there. Because there's that one right in front of the temple, isn't it?
Problem is there's a lot of teams showing up here now, and
Yeah.
Two-Tick realizes that they can't go down here and looks to buy their way back in. So JDG gonna have to
yikes.
make something happen. Yeah. See those coins being handed on over to Keke here. The Kurumi, the only member of JDG with that Yang depletion cleanse, and they're going to spot out DRG. Looking to come in here. Yeah, they need to take this fight here because of the way that zone is playing out. Huge parry onto WX98 here. Two-Tick going to get parried himself. Some huge damage coming in. Kakaishi really throwing it hard here. Two-Tick able to avoid that ultimate, though. Absolutely crucial for the team. He still has 2 Furin shoves left. And there we're going to see DRG with a little bit of a misread there. Actually, their Viper pops the ultimate, and the Wu Chen a little too afraid to stay in and see the results of that ultimate coming in from the Viper. Uses the port out and it means that ultimate is going to be canceled. Tutik needs to give chase here before their team gets ready to go down. You do see Keke, though, has 43,000 Darktide coins here. JDG showing up as well. Or sorry, yeah, DRG showing up as well here. Wolves just nearby. They've got to be very careful about how they take this engagement. Tutik looking to make something happen. And see the ultimate coming in from Keke here. There we go. There's the Yang depletion cleansed from Tutik, I do believe. It means JDG needs one more to get back in this game, but it's Wolves who are going to come in for that third party. They're going to make things very difficult. Oh no, this is a worst case scenario for JDG. It is Keke who goes down with 40,000 Darktide coins, and I do believe NiHQ immediately picks those up there from the body. It is going to leave JDG in quite the pickle. Oh my goodness, and Tutik gonna get caught out here by Team Wolves. NiHQ with another clean F. He's been getting them all game into the Merciless Havoc, into the jungle, into the Fan RB. Wolves, NiHQ very quickly comes and cleans up Tutik. That's going to be it for JDG. Wolves moving on up. 10 eliminations.
NiHQ just got paid, man. Like, that kill, and then be like, oh, you're the one with all of the money for your team. And now they can go find themselves a shop, sort out any little gaps they've got in their current setups. Whether that's armor, whether that's soul jades. I'll be very happy off the back of that one. Really, really big injection of cash over to them, but still 16 players left. 6 teams left in this game. Really is all to play for as Jing. It looked like SS was just sitting at a table there. He just shot him. That was so weird. Getting the musket shot off there, Jing. Just gonna back off for now. And I think we do hit that kind of like that little bit of lull of action, that calm before the storm. I say that as WX98 is getting just bullied, man. Like, he was not able to play that. That was just 3 versus 1 inside the building. No way to escape. And it's just beautiful lockdown there from the side of GG. Able to secure that one.
Man, what a game this has been. Team Wolves in a really good position. Double legendary armor, the Takeda all the way gassed up here. Like you said, a huge influx of cash for them. And they were very quick to move and go ahead and spend that and make sure that they could get the most out of it. As we are going to see that last late game's Bane's Breath getting ready to come through, drop right onto Team Wolves, and they waste no time going ahead and getting out of dodge here. Let's take a look over at OUG. Our MVPs from last game, nowhere near set up as they were in the previous game, with only a single elimination to their name. Team JL here, still the team sitting on the tippity top. A lot of work for this team to put in if they want to find another MVP here in game number 3 and maintain that first place position. But they do have 8 eliminations to their name. They have been putting in work this game, using that comp to great effect. And every time we cut to Team JL, they're finding either stragglers on the edge of zone or they're picking up third parties. It's exactly what you want to be doing in that comp. As we see here, Team Wolves is taking control of the Ballista. Will they find one? As we say, the Ballista always good for one.
Not if everyone got to the other side of the hill and just they know the Ballista's in place and they're like trying to move away as far as possible. Age out looking for a potential snipe off, not going to be able to get it though, unfortunately. Wolves now repositioning off as the Spirit Will's there. I've never seen it like that. That's a really bizarre spot for it to be. A very small platform to stand on in the center. The dome is covering a very, very large large space as Wolves getting a little bit cooked up here. They have the staff soldier doing a lot of work for them as they do get hit by a Tessa ultimate, so Wolves are going to be forced to disengage from this one. TXJ comes in, goes for the follow-up onto NiHQ. He's incredibly low into the Aurora Burst. NiHQ can't move. He's able to somehow get away with it. The Karumi healing is absolutely huge as they've got to play it out. Zem do get hit by the Tessa urn, able to pop it, able to get Zem back thanks to the Sandstorm. That was dicey for Wolves.
Yeah, things could have went very, very sideways for Wolves right there. And WBG, look at the Spirit Well where it's at, by the way. Such an interesting place for that Spirit Well to drop down. Very hard to hold that, but WBG, as soon as JL hard engages onto Wolves, sees their opportunity, and they are going to be the team who's able to come together and clutch onto it. JL still being hunted now, by the way, by the members of WBG, as they have seen that JL not able to fully recover from that engagement from Wolves, and they will lose One Fang and VVV, who gets caught out by OUG's The King. TXJ now on the receiving end of that pain as well, right into the Flame Ringers here from the side of WBG. WBG trying to get that elimination before the Viper Roll goes through, and they will secure it. That's going to get for Team JL as they go out on 9 eliminations. Wolves still in it to win it here, trading blows with the members of OUG. Still on 10 eliminations. WBG down below here, trying to make the most out of what they've got here. Looking to trade some shots there on to OUG. No White Tigers this time around. So having to make do with the Mystic Might here for the members of Team OU or WBG. But WBG finally swapping on to that third set of golden armor, are going to be setting themselves up for successes. OUG continuing to trade blows with Wolves. Wolves doing everything they can to force this engagement off of them, as they do not want to overcommit to anything right now. Nobody with their ultimates up after that skirmish with JL. They're using that Merciless Havoc and these cannons to the best of their advantage to just pressure these other teams away. OUG really wants to engage on this fight because they know that Wolves is vulnerable right now, but I think they may have waited too long, and if they look for that engagement, they may find themselves being crushed by one of these other teams who go in for the third party.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too dicey to full engage, especially when OUG taking shots consistently from Ajao. He's really good with his muscle, actually. Just kind of chipping away at their health bar, sapping some of that armor, burning some of those resources, and you don't really have as much space as you used to when it comes to having heal, because you don't have like a monk standing in front of you like you used to back in the day. So if you need to pot, you need to be very careful when you pot, as Wolves are slowly being walked forwards. Now, they have been able to build up those ults, so Wolves way less exposed, going to be a lot more capable of standing their own ground at this point. Just going to stay up nice and high as NiHQ, I think he accidentally fell through there onto the members of GG, throws one over the shoulder and says, you know what, I'll see you later, guys. I do not want to be 1v3 right now. He's just going to reposition back onto the high ground on the top as he gets himself in a fight with OUG. Whole heap of damage breaking out here. Just trying to put some damage off onto them, but it does look like it's actually mostly Walker with a cannon. He's doing the most work. Just landing consistent shot after shot.
Yeah, WBG really setting themselves up for success here. Wolves, unfortunately, stuck on the upside here with OUG, so this cannon shots with the Rupture Gale doing a lot of work for WBG. WBG not giving Wolves the opportunity to reset either. Unfortunately, Sleepwalker not quite in range to get those flame breaths in. ZK going to drop down below here. Wolves going to give the space up to OUG as GG comes down below and starts to get caught out. That Cloud Weaver trying to put in work. Wolves not ready to full commit here, but able to find most of a reset. We do see an ult go through, but nothing going to collapse on to them here. Zem actually going to pop their ult here on the side of Team Wolves, as here we go. Zone 7 collapsing down now. Everybody's got to find who can take control of it. XM here really holding that space strong here. This top side, we see OUG's The King go down to WBG as well. XM just needs to hold out with this Merciless Havoc. Going to make things very difficult for the likes of WBG and these other teams, but WBG goes skyward. Wolves trying to do the same here. XM down on the bottom, holding on for dear life here. NiHQ taking a lot of damage. We're see those Furin shoves start to come into play as Wolves tries to shove everybody out of the zone. Wolves going to find one on to WBG's Walker as they continue to hold the edge of the zone. GG's 330 finds one. WBG finds one. Wolves finds one on to 330. Will they come out on top? Wolves going to go to 12 eliminations here. GG holding on for dear life. OUG holding on. And I'm not sure who's going to walk away, but it looks like it might be OUG.
Big game once again for the side of OUG. It could be Wolves though. It's the WBG. Pull the win out.
Yeah.
That will put me off guard.
WBG had quite a bit of eliminations under the belt. They had 14 going into that. Wolves able to pick up a few in the end. OUG gets that first place finish. I do believe they're going to get that multiplier, but unfortunately they did not have enough eliminations to make anything out of it. They were on like 2 going into those final moments. I do believe they picked up 1, maybe 2. They might get a multiplier onto a 4-kill lobby, which in trios, not what you're looking for. contest OUG before they're able to get podium online. And here we go. We're going to start with game 4, and we're going to take a look here at EWG and Team Wolves. Wolves, Zem already with a set of blue armor for themselves. EWG, Cookie, topside. Zem just going to push them away here, taking that gold loot for themselves, trying to pressure out Zai. Caught out with some grapples here, but Wolves not fully committed to this engagement just yet. 2 of their members here being kind of chased down a little bit by EWG. We're going to see that longsword come through off the top, catch some big damage there out onto EWG, but Wolves needing to play this a little more carefully. There's the follow-up from Wolves ZK. ZK with no armor, though, has to be very careful coming into this as they're going to go ahead and spend as much as they can to keep the team going here. Zai here from EWG taking so much damage. ZK on the follow-up, keeping it going as Wolves XM coming in here with the scale rush, with the follow-up, able to clean up Liu Ye, and Zai's going to go down as well. EWG goes to 1 as Wolves off to a good start with 2 eliminations already as we head on over to the likes of DRG and JDG. Kakaishi here with an early ultimate here onto JDG's Keke. No place for them to go as they get put into the corner. 2 tick in a very similar situation. Will catch that ultimate out here. Needs to be careful, though, as the real going to come in from the other side of DRG. Now that one's going to pop. The F's going to come through as well. DRG looking to clean it up. They'll find a second member of JDG and the third DRG already with 3 points on the board.
Let's go DRG. They're back, baby. Finally showing up today. It's been a bit of a disappointing start for them, but as we head into the latter half of the day, kicking it off with another insert of points. But the problem is, you know, they still got to have a very, very good tail end of the day if they want to be competitive going forwards. Now, obviously, the nice thing about how we run the finals with the MVP score is, you know, once you have 70 points, anybody can win. It doesn't matter if you have 200 points. If you can't get an MVP, you're not winning unless we go to game 8. And then on that final game and no one gets MVP and no one gets that win, then it goes to points. But the points only are relevant until 70 or the end of the day. So it's a big one. There's JL right now just having a bit of tree climbing, grabbing himself some loot. It's honestly quite a chill start to this game, Rune. Like, we've had some very, very explosive games on Horror and Padoria so far, but going back, it's pretty quiet. There's not a whole lot happening.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, there's been a little bit of changing to the pacing coming here in to our pre-finals, where teams not really over committing until we get to that Realm of Yang. Now, once we get Realm of Yang, all bets are off, right? You have 3 teams coming out with that Yang depletion. You've got 3 teams with that huge buff as well, that Vermilions where they can resurrect as well, looking to put as many points on the board as they can. And because of that, you have 6 teams just looking to scrap out no matter what you do. Oh my goodness, Blistering Edge coming in here, huge from WBG as he catches out members of DRG. DRG needs to be careful here. They're off to a decent start this game, and they cannot afford to be eliminated early as we have 49 seconds until the first Realm of Yang's getting ready to come through. And they are going to teleport on out of here. That going to buy Kakaishi some safety, but WBG not giving up the hunt. They're going to take a moment to find a little bit of a reset, but they are going to continue to pressure on to DRG. DRG just looking to break away. They don't want to overcommit to this fight here as we see WBG coming over the top side. Will find on to 2 of the members of DRG. DRG, though, still looking to break away. The repeating crossbow coming out there from WX98. WX98, though, with that purple set of fist blades there, could be quite a difference maker in this fight if they decide to turn on to it. And Don Quang has decided he is tired of running. WBG Walker going to pop the F there as he looks to create some distance, allow Jing to get those bow shots in, and Jing is putting in work with those bow shots. Kakaishi going to go down off of the flip there from the fall up there from Jing, who comes in with the grapple. LMB there from the pole sword doing so much damage, and DRG now on a huge back foot as WBG keeps the pressure up. The Blistering Edge coming in doing a ton of damage, finds the second Blistering Edge, and DRG will lose all 3 of their members. Are going to have to head back to the Soul Altar here. DRG with those 3 points up, unfortunately, is going to have to re-gear back up and find their way back into the game.
Yeah, it's a rough one. JL get eliminated from the game as well there. So That's a big one. To lose the guys at the top has opened up this game for a lot of people. OUG, 2 people on revive right now, so not particularly the greatest start. And this is great for some of our lower end teams. It means they can kind of close the gap on the points, and it means more and more people will be starting close to each other on the finals. When before it felt a little bit like some of the teams were starting to run away. Losing those teams early is going to be big. It's now X1 are going to be taking themselves in a fight versus the members of Alliance, but looking for the grabs. It's very hard to land them, and OID, this is the problem. You just abandon your monk like everyone else has just run off. OID, very immobile, looking for grabs. Not going to be able to get it. Yuma's just tap dodging away and repeating crossbows as well. Now that the monk's popped out, it's down to getting that interrupt onto him. And they find it. They have actually been able to kill Yuma. ZDI and XLY able to do that as revenge is being run down here. The Karumi Tether comes in, but it's not going to be enough. I was critical, but it has turned back around pretty nicely here as NY7 finds themselves in some serious danger. Bane's Breath is theirs, but it's not going to matter. XLY does eat the Bane's Breath to the face, but gonna get the loot, and Alliance get taken out.
Yeah, thankfully Alliance does still have their resurrections. We're not quite to zone 2 yet, so they're not out of the lobby. But it's definitely not where they want to be, especially falling to that comp there where they find absolutely no value out of that monk. Realistically, they just step away and find no value there, and then they just come in, and unfortunately for them, they get absolutely cooked out. As we cut over to OUG here, speaking of getting cooked out by Team GG, they just throw him up on the Barbie there and cook him down. OUG gonna find themselves down a member here, and this is our second to top team. Unfortunately, X1 now being turned on to by JDG. JDG Keke trying to break away. They do lose 2 of their members. X1 continues to keep cooking here. This is I do believe JDG just down to 1 member here. So X1 finding them out in the middle there. I thought I saw the rest of X1 in the beginning of that fight, but I'm wrong. It's just X1 coming in, cleaning them up. Here we go. Bada's Yiron coming in a replay earlier on here onto the members of JL. This is where JL just gets eliminated, and Bao comes in to clean all of them up. One Fang gonna get parried out here with the follow-up, immediately gets eliminated. And then it's just TXJ here trying to make something happen, trying to even find 1 elimination before they go down, but Yiron's gonna make sure that does not happen, as we see you come back in here with the tether and just follow up with the jumping LMBs there with the follow-up here. Yiron will clean up the elimination, and because of that, Bao on 3 right now, looking to set themselves up for this Realm of Yang as we are heading in for our first set of Yangs here. Bao will be heading on in, and they're going to be going up against Team Wolves. Bao versus Wolves, GG versus KLA.
Yeah, Wolves can handle themselves here. Bao gonna be looking for their first win of the day. Same for Wolves, especially with JL knocked out so early. Powerhouse team is gone, so an opportunity to get a win on the board is there. Yoran can't find his opening, does go for the F, doesn't actually make a connection off the back of it. He's going to use the spear trying to make some space. He's able to get a couple of hits onto ZK. So he's just going to force him away for a second. Kurumi ultimate has been popped though, so has got that healing, and already that's Peak on low HP. Actually, it was Zem on low HP. Zem able to break away and avoid getting hit, as now the attention has gone through onto ZK once again. Can't quite finish him up though. Looking to get those chain side damage down, but they're not able to get it, as Yoran is actually getting turned onto by the alternative Zai. Bowder going down as Wolves find their opening. Peak, last man standing. Wolves able to turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely huge for Team Wolves here. Really smart strategy here. You have to get that Karumi ultimate out. You have to outlast it and keep everybody alive. Them being able to change who the focus is on twice in that fight really clutches things out here for Team Wolves, as they find 6 eliminations. They're going to get their hands on that Vermilion Bird's Might, and Wolves trying to carry the momentum over from that last game and continue to climb the leaderboard here. And this is exactly what they need to be doing right now, Jake. They need to be finding themselves into these realms of Yang. They need to be finding as many eliminations as they can so they continue to climb up. And sure enough, climb up they have. With those 6 eliminations, they have moved all the way up from 7th to 5th position. Just 2 games ago, they were all the way down in 11th. Team Wolves starting to make a comeback here, as we're going to see them come out here with this Vermilion Birds Might. They are going to be on the hunt for even more eliminations, as it looks like Team GG comes out on top inside the Realm of Yang as well, and will be moving up to 8 eliminations. X1 going to take their Realm of Yang, and not sure what they're going to get. EWG with the Mystic Might, though, as we see Team GG and Wolves, both of them here with the Vermilion Birds, going to be trading blows. So our 2 winners inside the Realm of Yang, who's going to come out on top. ZK immediately caught out and gone on to here. Parry comes through, but CJS absolutely cooking here. ZK just trying to keep their game alive, but he's going to disappear very, very quickly as NiHQ going to get cornered as well. And it is going to be Zem here just getting cut all the way through. And we're seeing NiHQ try to put up a fight here. KLA showing up for the third party. Wolves NiHQ going to break away as GG has to turn their attention here to the members of KLA. So we're see the Zyle come through from CJS onto QGG. The Karumio saving the members of Team GG here. KLA might have bitten off more than they can chew with this third party, as so many ults still available on the side of GG, but LXM goes down. KLA starts to clean things up. NiHQ waiting in the wings, knows he still has the Vermilion Birds Might. He wants to spend it, picking up some eliminations for Wolves if he can here into this third party. It's going to be hard as a solo, but he's trying to make it happen. KLA will find 330 here. NiHQ still in the mix-up here, but it looks like he's going to go down very shortly. GG, CJS, the last remaining member with the Vermilion Birds Might, going to go airborne. KLA will pick up Wolves NiHQ. Unfortunately, they weren't able to find any eliminations there. KLA will pick up CJS as well and go to 4 eliminations, cleanse that Yang depletion off of them. Both Wolves and GG are going to be heading back to the Soul Altar off the back of losing their Vermilion Birds Might.
Yes, they are indeed. WBG just hanging out in the sandstorm, feeling good, feeling breezy. Balder in the area. Are they going to take this fight? I mean, they've got to. They don't really have the time to hang out because they've got the debuff on. Didn't even notice that. That wasn't the first thing I missed. As Xiao trying to make a breakaway here from Jing. Catches him with a pole sword. Doing a lot of work here, Jing, to be fair. You now starting to go a little bit low. You going down. Not able to finish him up, though, as we do see Alliance getting knocked out by EWG in the distance. So we'll get onto that a little bit later, but WBG still keeping the pressure up. Thanks to this Karumi, just refuses to go down. They're trying to finish them up inside the zone, but they're unable to get it. You still able to limp away from this fight, but Peak is going low. Yoran is turning around onto Jing. Jing gets himself all of his armor stripped and most of his health. He's going low. Bowder may be able to find the kill. Down he goes. No revive available for him. And Bowder knock out WBG. What a turnaround from these guys. They cleanse. They're good.
Yeah, Bauda absolutely needed this, and they are going to find their 6th elimination of the game. They are going to cleanse that Yang depletion as we get ready to see the second set of A Realm of Yang getting ready to come through. Bauda looking to go ahead and scale up off of this fight will probably head on into that Realm of Yang and risk it again. We see X1's XLY, actually all of X1, going to go down to the zone here as we cut back to the Realm of Yang here, and it is going to be X1 versus WBG. X1 on that comp we were talking about that we're not particularly fond of, and sure enough here you just see the Temi ult come through, going to really make it difficult for LYD here to do anything with this ultimate in terms of getting grabs. You would expect him maybe with that ultimate up to kind of go in, get a little more physical. He does find a grab onto Sleepwalker. Unfortunately, he's forced just to send it there. He does get the heal because he is running that V2 version of the ultimate there where you get the healing coming through. But Jing going to be coming in here doing a lot of damage. So will the rest of the team as Sleepwalker goes down. But it is still a huge fight here. WBG trying to turn it. X1 actually comes in. Wait, didn't I just see X1 go down to zone? Oh, no, they do win their Realm of Yang. So I do believe they just go down, let the Vermilion Birds Might pop them so they can re-rotate here. I thought X1 went down when we saw that.
Yeah, it's sometimes the replays and stuff, you just get like, where am I? What's going on? Who is this? What year is it? They're able to get away. Like you said, they get the reset off the Vermilion Birds Might. Use that as the ability to rotate, because that's one of those things where, like, you don't think about it with the Birds Might. Like, the Birds Might is like, consequence-free fighting. Actually, it's just consequence-free death. So if you need to, you can just jump into the zone, get yourself taken out, and then use your sped-up Ghost Form as a scouting tool. And also, one, you don't then have to use grapples or anything to move around. It's it's multi-layered in its use.
It's a strat we used to see seasons ago, right? We just haven't seen it in a very long time. So X1 kind of bringing out some of the old school strats, if you will. A huge parry coming in here from EWG's Lu Wei here, but DRG does not want to give this up. They really want to latch onto the Spirit Well here. As we see Realm of Yang comes through X1 and Wolves just coming out on top there, or sorry, going into those Realm of Yangs. As we are going to move into the Realm of Yang, it's going to be Baoda versus X1. Take it away, Jake.
All right, well, this is the Monk Valda. Let's see how it breaks out. LD have to bell early. It's going to go for that transform now off the back of it. ZDI pops himself a couple of bubbles. Isn't able to hit anything. There's the ultimate. Needs to look for the spear. If he can line it up, LYD may be able to get that damage off for him. They catch Yaran in the air. They've got the damage to finish him up. In comes the grapple, actually, the tether from the Karumi to heal him, but the re-grab comes through. And Yaran held in place. Another fist to the face. Yaran going low. Yaran going down. X1. This is the first time I've seen this comp actually be played very effectively. Doing really nice off the back of this one. As now they still have to deal with Azai. LYD. No ultimate available for quite a while, so you won't have it for the rest of this one. Zolts have timed out. Yu goes down. Peak. Last man standing. And unfortunately for Balder, this is just going to be the second time we see them go down. It looks like X1 are actually playing with their food a little bit, waiting out the timer so they take the buff as late into the game as possible. So we're just going to cut away from that one and over to Wolves versus KLA.
Wolves coming out on top here as they pick up QGG and turn this into a 3v1 CXZ here, the last man standing for the side of KLA. Wolves having a really good game right now. CXZ trying to make anything happen here, maybe even find a single elimination, but Wolves doing a little bit of the same as we saw before, kind of playing with their food there. And Wolves will come out on top here inside the realm of Yang. They're going to pick themselves up some much needed upgrades as well as that White Tiger's prowess. Or maybe they look to go a little bit more aggressive there and pick up the Draco Storm. Time will tell. They've got 4 seconds to decide what they're going to take here before they head on out. And there it is. They are going to take that Draco Storm, looking to play significantly more aggressive for themselves. X1 and Wolves, the winners of your Realm of Yang. And, I've got to give it to X1. Like you said, they're playing this comp very, very well. Typically what we see happen is the Monk pops ult and it's kind of every man for themselves, but we actually see X1 follow through and make things happen. Smart strategy too. The Monk holds on. They force the other team to come over and remove the Karumi circle so that the person being held on by the Monk is safe. Once they move it and they know they can't move it again, the Monk slams them away from the healing circle, allowing Valda just to clean up the elimination because Valda can just get that spear down with the guaranteed follow-up off of the slam. And very quickly they clean up the rest of the members of the team, and X1 comes out on top there in the Realm of Yang. And we're going to see this team here with 10 eliminations, tying it up with the likes of GG, and Wolves just behind them with 9 eliminations each. By the way, GG here off the back of their performance in game number 4, moving into that first place position.
Yeah, X1 grabbing himself a little bit of goodies from the shop and got a little bit 2 Soul Jades, 2 golden Soul Jades onto XLY. We'll be happy with that one. And yeah, this expensive comp has paid off. This is the problem with this comp is, you need to get you need to stack everyone up really, but they have been able to do their best and get themselves pretty geared at this point. So looking strong, not Wolves strong though. Wolves, even though they don't have any golden Soul Jades, so much gear on this team. These guys are looking very, very scary.
Yeah, again, Wolves really kind of building off of their performance in game number 3, where they had a very good game, didn't come out on top with the MVP, but not letting that momentum go to waste. And, they know they've got it to do. Their first 2 games were not what they wanted whatsoever. They knew they needed to come in. They knew they needed to take these Yangs. They found the confidence to do so and come out on top as we catch over to X1 right now. Trading blows with the likes of DRG. DRG going to already invest one of their ultimates here, trying to break away. X1 trying not to let them go through here. X1, though, will follow them up and more than happy to be inside the circle here. It looks like they are able to catch a member of DRG out. Dunkwing will go down to XLY as X1 continues to find more and more eliminations. WX98 risking it all, hiding in the corner here. He is cut noise, trying to avoid X1, waiting for them to leave and maybe reportal back in. KLA here, 2 minutes and 28 seconds left remaining on that Yang depletion. They need to come out and find a team, a way to cleanse themselves. 4 eliminations to their name. Not a great game for them currently, but they are still in it to win it. As we cut over, X1's going to find DRG's Dongqing, who waited maybe just a little too long here, trying to get a heal here, but X1 LYD around the corner. Dongqing not long for this world. X1 will clean it up, and X1 going to continue to climb the leaderboard here as they move up to 12 eliminations this game. We're going to see EWG finally being caught out by KLA. KLA here with 1 minute and 47 seconds has no choice. They have got to take this fight. Cookie coming in, doing a little bit of cooking here for EWG. Going to turn attention away from the 2 players of EWG that were really low. Liu Ye goes very, very low, and we're going to see the teleport from the Wu Chen come out. EWG lives to fight another day, but Bauda shows up for the third party.
Bauda able to execute on that, lovely, but the problem is this could get a little dicey with KLA in the pocket. KLA need to commit to this fight with the Realm of Yang debuff on them. Have still got that ultimate available to QGG. He immediately lands and eats a whole heap of damage. Pops the ultimate, but he is just getting absolutely run down, and GG have slid in with the third party and secured the kill. Down he goes. Beautiful third party from GG, as DRG also get himself eliminated in the middle of the fight, as now Bauda needs to be a little bit more careful. There are a lot of teams in the area, but that chain save rips through 17S, finishes him up, as Bauda just making beautiful work here from the damage of that Zai. ZDI has popped the ultimate as well, though, looking for that spear onto members as X1 want to get involved in the action. This is just a complete cluster of fighting as Yiran goes down. X1 get their payment, and remember, they've got the Draco Storms. So X1 really want to keep going, and they're going to find XLY getting caught out for a brief second. The spear lands on the CXC, and he is going to get himself completely obliterated. XLY secures that kill with the Meteor. And the team comp that I have been so hypercritical of for the latter half of this split, ever since I first saw it, this is how you execute it. This is how you play it. X1 to put the time in, put the effort in, and they are playing absolutely amazing. They've still got that monk transformation, but they're not even going to need it as Keek goes down, locked down by the chain side. Your rank will be up next on the menu for them. This Draco Storm still got a minute left. They got plenty of time to play with. As you can see, Yu is trying to make an escape away, is able to blink off for a brief second using the umbrella, but LYD gonna keep up all the pressure onto him, and Draco Storm means there is no escape. I've never seen a monk comp that exercises not using the monk as much as you need. Like, that's what I like about it, is they're staying with the speed of the lobby by not transforming.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job here. Like, the transformation for them is almost more of like a reset and a zoning threat, realistically, right? They know that they have so much threat in the Zai and the Valda here that they can kind of hold on to this monk ult till realistically the rest of the team is in trouble. They can burn those other ultimates first and let the monk ult last, realistically, because he is running that version where when he lands the grab, he can get some healing for himself. They are making this work for themselves, whereas we've seen the other teams running this comp typically go for that monk ult first into these engagements. The only place you can really afford to do that is inside the Realm of Yang, where you know these players can't just step away from you and break away from those engagements, and that's where we've seen them utilize the monk ult to their advantage. Outside of that, they've really been pressuring on to these other two carries in the composition to allow the monk to just hold on to that ult for as long as humanly possible, which buys them a bit more safety than you would think it does, given the vulnerability of the monk. We're going to see EWG lose Liu Ye here and trying to get the resurrection, but Wolves not going to let him have it here. Jai, the last remaining member here of EWG, just getting tore apart by these other teams. Standing inside Team Wolves here, still able to break away here. Wolves not really sure what's going on. They wanted to reposition there, and Zai was able to use them as cover. They're able to get the invisibility bush. They are immediately going to cut noise and just hope that the Bane's Breath does not drop on their head. X1 continuing to keep the pressure up here, no longer with that Draco Storm available for them, but they want to force the lobby to play at their speed right now, Jake.
Yeah, they have so much control, and now White Tigers, X1 are going to be able to control this. As soon as anyone comes close, Monk ult gets popped. Because they want to be playing static right now. Oh, this team with Bane's, not with Bane's Breath, sorry, with White Tigers is actually going to be terrifying to go versus. The good news is Monk does pull you away from the cluster of people. The bad news is if he gets a double grab and claps, and you just about survive, but the other guy doesn't, you'll get White Tigered. So swings and roundabouts, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the Monk also has that ability now to kind of leap into a group. So if the Zai is able to catch somebody out with a big ultimate, get a bunch of people low, the Monk can just hold that leap, jump straight in the middle of that group, and if they pop one person and the White Tiger pops the other, you're just going to see people fall in domino fashion. The Thanos snap just going to start popping people left and right.
Oh, there it is. X1 with the White Tigers. Let's see what they can do with it. ZDI right now. Not particularly. I mean, he's got a purple pole sword, actually. Yeah, he's pretty strong. I was looking at his musket being like, oh no, and then realized it's only 10 shots, so that's why he needs to reload it. But yeah, they're actually playing relatively calm. I expected them to kind of like just come out the gate swinging once they got the White Tigers, but they're very truly playing it a bit more chill than XI, trying to pressure up onto X1. Coming in with the stun as well. He is really looking for it, but if you're able to break line of sight, so XI runs out at this point, and immediately that's going to be the opportunity for the lobby to take him down. Wolves, NiHQ able to secure that kill. That was just a real fumble from EWG. They went way too aggressive. I suppose he was the last player standing, so he was just seeing if he can make a miracle happen. Maybe turn the lobby against the White Tigers team, but X1 able to disengage and then reapply himself to that high spot right on the rocks looking over. This is an okay circle for Monk. There's a little bit of trees, so the foliage might be a bit annoying for him, but it's still... there's not too much verticality. This is definitely a playable angle for LYD. As ZDI also gold armor. Just everyone on that team has gold armor. X1 are going to be very hard to deal with right now. Cannon fire being laid down. And it's weird how when a Monk comes into the game, the lobby just defaults to like old Monk style. Like everyone plays a little bit more chill and starts like Buccaneer phase up again, which is really bizarre. But honestly, X1, they fought for this White Tigers. They got 10 seconds left on it. They have not used White Tigers at all. But I guess that the best is they've denied White Tigers from someone else who may be a bit more aggressive. But now the circle closing up again on each other. I expect things to move as there's no high grounds other than these trees to use. X1 holding this low ground though with GG and OUG. Waiting for the opportunity to kind of go in and press those big R buttons. Big V buttons, sorry, wrong game. Holding it up for the moment.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, we got to talk about. By the way, X1 there, our boy, the Monk there, LYD with the Varja's grip on Tian High there when he gets to keep his weapon because of the Varja's grip. Something about that just tickles my brain because we haven't seen much Monk at all this season. So to see him pick up the themed Soul Jade for himself there and it get put to use and keep them in the game, love to see that happening. But things are going to get very critical very quickly here. Wolves just trying to stay vertical here. They want to avoid that potential Monk off. Like you said, the Buccaneer phase coming back here as the entire lobby turns to the old ways of Monk being there and Wolves being the team that very much wants to avoid all of those grabs and stay airborne, and X1 waiting for that crucial moment because that Monk transformation will give them some healing where they're going to go back to full HP here. Same thing with the Valda ult, giving you that extra 2k HP here. So X1 just kind of looking to go to that heal off here. They have already put together 16 eliminations under their belt. They do not have to risk heavily engaging onto these teams whatsoever if they want to get that multiplier, get those 4 points for being a first place in the lobby. If this goes to heal off, they're going to find themselves in a very good position for this lobby. X1 grappling up, trying to knock down GG, OUG, and Wolves from top side there, so they're forced to come on down into this. And here we go. Zone 7 is collapsing. Everybody trying to go airborne. X1's just holding the bottom space for themselves together here, looking to grapple some of of these other players and knock them away. LYD still there in the zone. Again, going to have that ultimate. So will their evolved ZDI. There we go. The Monk ult going to be invested here. Get the full reset on the HP. And this basically guarantees them the lobby. They just go to heal off here. Then there's not a lot the rest of the lobby can do. Pick up a couple of extra eliminations here. GG gets them as well. But X1 just wins the heal off, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of the lobby waits too long to eliminate X1. And X1's going to be walking away your MVP for game number 4.
Wolves picked up a whole heap of kills off the back of that one, though. So keep that in mind. That was a lot of kills for Wolves right at that fight end there. But yeah, this is, I guess, the power of this comp is like, you know, if you do get the heal off, you just ult and suddenly your health's back and you're bigger. And I don't think we're going to see too much action in this game. I think this is going to be a more slow tempo game going forwards.
Yeah, KLA here. GG already into a tear here with EWG, though. They've caught out Luye from the rest of the team. The slap's going to come through here, just trying to keep him locked down. The follow-up from LXM off of the slap as well. Luye going to catch a slap of his own, but will find himself going down. KLA coming in for the third party, though. LXM getting cooked here. Rumi trying to find the save here. The F going to go airborne here. He does throw it out. It will save him from a musket shot before the throw goes through, though. But LXM absolutely going to get cooked here as KLA cleans up an elimination there. But GG, oh my goodness, off to a little bit of a rough start here. Yeah,
they should have just gone to Tunnel like they always do. Tunnel then fight, but they decided to try and get a free kill, and it cost them heavily.
Yeah, speaking of which here, EWG will go in. They will get those very crucial Fireflies. That's why we see Cookie here with the ult online onto KLA 17. CXZ trying to come in and save him here, but EWG wants to get rid of 17, making this a more favorable fight. Unfortunately, EWG will lose Zai. Cookie now with no ultimate, as well as KLA just comes in and cleans up. KLA just doing a really strong job here of kind of catching stragglers out, catching teams without players out, and putting points on the board by cleaning it up. They have 3 eliminations to their name. X1 off to his tear with 3 eliminations as well. As we cut over to Team Wolves, they've got a member of JDG Xing here just completely caught out here. So much damage being traded onto Jing. 2-tick so far away. Jing will go down, and now JDG in a 2v3 situation. Wolves 9HQ with the ultimate online early as well. The Wisp going to catch 2-tick out. Huge damage going to be translated onto them as well from the Wisp conversion. 2-tick in the ultimate here, looking to make something happen. 9HQ with the ultimate here, going to come cover for the team as well. We'll catch 2-tick out with that Furin shove immediately into the R&B conversion off the fan. 2-tick's going to go down. Keke, the last remaining member here. Blistering Edge already coming out from Team Wolves as well, as Wolves finds 3 eliminations on the board off the rip.
Absolutely, there it is. Able to secure themselves a nice little fight for them. As we're going to cut over to DRG. Actually, it's going to be Alliance versus WBG. The Tessa ult comes down on to one Walker. Trying to just evade the members of Alliance. You can see that Alliance are getting turned onto, though. Revenge up in the sky, needs to be careful. Tessa Charm once again has come down as Alliance just repeatedly getting charmed up. 2 members low. They're going to pop out their own Tessa ult in response onto them as Jing goes down in the middle of the fight. There's going to be the jump out. It was too much for the members of WBG, and Aizhao is not going to be able to save his teammates. The F did not travel far enough. And Aizhao now on the run from the members of Alliance. Can he survive is the real question, as Alliance been unrelenting in this pursuit of him. Looks like he's gonna keep running. Oh, good bow shot.
Yeah, almost got him. You're able to connect one bow shot. Needs to find another one, but they are absolutely booking as we cut over to Bao Da's you just getting torn apart by DRG as they put him in the corner and say, hey, go take a time out. DRG has so much ground to cover. They cannot afford to have a bad game this time around. We keep seeing them find a couple of points early on and then just find themselves being eliminated. So the aggression going to be real from DRG. They need to have 2 very, very strong games back to back so that they have some points to carry over going into the actual finals, or it is going to make finals a very, very difficult climb for them when we get to finals for the summer split here. Don Queen here just trying to keep the grapples up. Like I said, that aggression, they They have spotted on about they know they have eliminated a member. They want to take this favorable fight. They want to take this 3v2 and put more points up on the board. But Peak and Yi-Ron here making that very difficult. They will see the grapple out from Yi-Ron. Dunkwing gonna come sideways here. Unfortunately, he sees the grapple a little too late, and it's still gonna be a pretty big chase for them here as we cut over to JL. Trading blows with X1. X1 on 3 eliminations. We're gonna see TXJ coming in here with a huge Viper ultimate. We'll catch out all 3 players of X1 there. X1's LYD goes extremely low, and TXJ looking for the setup. We will see the port out there for Team JL. JL gonna back away here as they want to find more of a reset before re-engaging this fight, as Fong is very, very low. TXJ trying to find that silence onto somebody, not quite able to find the damage or the silence. JL breaking away. We're gonna see the ult being no ult zone coming through here to cancel out the ults. There we go. We will see the Bane's Breath coming down on the side of JL. They have forced X1 into the zone, into this no ult zone, into the Bane's Breath. This is absolutely huge for them. X1's XLY will go down. ZDY in a very similar situation. LYD now just on the run. JL able to flip the script here. Really smart repositioning here by JL. They use the Wu-Chen port to get out. They immediately invest the Bane's Breath as soon as they get to the no ult zone, and they force X1 to be in a very unfavorable situation. They clean up 2 eliminations as X1 tries to break away from the Bane's Breath and is just unable to. They clean up a 3rd elimination now onto LYD, and JL showing why they are one of those top teams we keep talking about this season, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also when you look at JL, they had a pretty rough game last game as well, so they definitely needed to start to come back in this one. If you actually look at the kills so far, no one has become a clear front runner. There's a bunch of teams on 3, there's a bunch of teams on 1, and a couple on 2. Actually, I think it's only a single one on 2. So it's no one's got like 8-9 kills already, which is actually what we've seen in a lot of our other games. They've been very very, very high tempo in that sense. So interesting to see that this game is slower. It's kind of what we expected from seeing the drop spots, though, where we saw a massive, massive cluster of teams all kind of spread out across the map and are going to be separated from one another. So it's kind of reliant on the circle to bring them together, because only through natural rotations are they going to see each other. But the map is so big still at the moment that they're going to struggle to do so. Now, we do have those Roma Yang spawning up soon, around the 22-minute mark when that comes up. There we go. So we'll see. A couple of teams are actually starting to get relatively close to one another. And this is actually one of those circles I like to talk about, Rune, where part of the circle is actually out in the water, which then makes the effective area you're playing in quite a lot smaller. So this first zone is actually going to be... Well, not first zone. This next zone is going to actually be, you know, significantly smaller than it should have been.
Yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. We do have that Bane's being invested on to that Realm of Yang. I'm not quite sure who actually dropped the Bane there on that Yang, but hopefully it means they are going to be able to secure that Yang for themselves, though it feels a little bit early to drop that Bane there on that particular Yang. We have KLA setting themselves up to head on in for one of these. They've got a little bit of gear behind themselves here. Of course, the Yueshan here is still on that blue armor, but he crucially has that purple weapon, so he's going to be putting out a lot of damage there during that ultimate. He does need to be careful. Blue armor not going to give you quite as much HP on that ultimate transformation. We're going to see DRG and OUG looking to fight over a portal here. They're not really trading blows just yet. Portal's going to come through. DRG, they're going to get 2 through. Do they get all 3 through? It looks like OUG and DRG going to be coming through. I don't see our third person yet. We've got to turn the camera. I'm going to assume they got all 3. Yeah, and there we go. DRG versus OUG. Take it away, Jake.
Alrighty, well, SS right now didn't actually go for the aerial start. It's just going to stay on the ground with the fans. Just going to put some pressure up onto a couple of members. Over the shoulder, WX98 goes, though. SS continues to apply the pressure down. The fear and shove hits on to 2. Now he's got the lineup for 3. Karumi ultimate very much needed because DRG just chunked through them. Zinyu goes down. There's going to be the power from that scythe on to SS. He's in the Karumi ultimate, though, so he's still feeling pretty comfortable, but with the food and shoves now timed out, OUG have kind of just run out of damage. These blueberries, easy to pick off here. SS trying to make a break for it. Able to evade the Matari as DRG looking to finish up onto the King. SS now going low. Down he goes. I don't even really know what happened. They just giga bursted them.
Well, that Zaya ultimate coming in, catching 3 players out is absolutely insane. They were able to just turn onto all of them the way they clustered together to try to get in that Kurumi ultimate and actually force them away from their own Kurumi ultimate, and just does so much damage. They get the burst down and just immediately eliminate the player. And that's exactly what you need to do with that composition, is look to catch one player out, burst the damage through onto them. As we cut over to KLA here, suffering a little bit of that same issue where one of their members gets bursted down by the members of EWG, making their life pretty difficult here. EWG going to walk away the winner of their respective Realm of Yang. And it's going to be Vermilion Bird's Might for EWG and DRG. If I'm not mistaken, there's still another Yang going on. It's going to be Wolves who comes out on top yet again. Wolves here carrying their momentum out from game number 3. They have been coming heavy and hard today, and it looks like they are in a position to keep the pressure going. They don't want to slow down anytime soon, Jake.
Yeah, no, Wolves are looking absolutely solid right now. You know, they've jumped up the standings. That last game did them a lot of good on the back of that. This time around, climbing up even further. Number 4 in the standings.
Yes.
Is absolutely brilliant for Wolves, because they were like 8th at one point? They were really low in the standings.
They were 11th at the end of game number 2, and now they are 1 point away from being 2nd place on the leaderboard, Jake.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they are super close. They're 0.8 points as well. They're not even a whole point. Very, very achievable for Wolves. And now they're running around with the Bird's Might. You'd expect them to find a couple of extra kills there. Going to be feeling quite comfortable off the back of that one. OUG, though, running around with the debuff. If they pick a fight with the wrong people, they're going to slide from 2nd to 4th very quickly. And with the fact X1 are in this game and looking pretty decent as well, they could really see themselves slipping into 5th. It's very achievable right now. Could go bad for OUG. Very tight towards the top end of the table now. Bowder looking for OUG here. This could be the decider. You holding on to that ultimate for the moment. Remember, Bowder do have that debuff as well, so they want to be cleansing it. OUG's SF comes in. Light brush for the fan. Nothing too major. The food wrench shots are going to get blocked on both sides here. Yu is getting himself locked down, though, for a brief second. The staff doing a little bit of work for a sec there, as Yu keeps finding himself caught out. 2 sandstorms thrown down. Yu low HP, but he jumps into the Kurumi ultimate to heal up. SS also healing in the midst of all of this. Yu still got a couple of charges of that food wrench sharp available. Catches onto Zinyu and the King. Another one is available to him. He's going to shove them back into that zone. Yu has been able to heal up a fair amount here. Over the shoulder, SS goes. SS is going down. Bowder are able to find the kill onto him. Zinyu should be next up on the menu, and then the King is the last one to tidy up. It is Dunzo for OUG. Down they fall. Bowder cleanse themselves, and they stay in the game.
Yeah, Wolves picking up another elimination. Or no, Wolves actually losing a player there after picking up an elimination. They will find another, though, and go to 8. Wolves in the middle of a fight with EWG. X1 going to show up for the third party, though, and clean up members of Team Wolves, but crucially they have that Vermilion Bird's Might, so they will live to see another day, and Wolves converts 2 more kills out of it. You got to be happy about that if you're Team Wolves. Being able to pick up any eliminations while you have that Vermilion Bird's Might is absolutely huge for you, especially when you only have a couple seconds left on that Vermilion Bird's Might. Make the proper decision to just kind of int, if you will, into the base of X1 so that they can go ahead and get the full reconversion. As we cut over to DRG here, DRG trying to clean up some eliminations for themselves onto KLA. CXZ goes so low, 1 HP and a dream, but he's actually able to break away off the teleport, but not for long as Kakaishi there to clean it up. We do have the cube dropped here from KLA. And it looks like KLA trying to cleanse themselves of that Yang depletion, but not in a strong position. The DRG got to be careful how they chase here, because Cube is up. I'm not sure for how much longer that KLA can bounce back to it, but it doesn't look like it's going to be available for them anymore as QGG just gets parried out here. Takes a ton of damage, tries to go for the ultimate, but can't transform before Don Queen comes in and cleans up the elimination. KLA with a single member left remaining alive. It is 17 with no ultimate, or no, the old halfway. Do they have it available again? it looks like it does not matter because they are going to be cleaned up very quickly. We're going to see the Dragons rush into the Neshes. There we go. They actually do have the ult. They're able to get away from it. They get quite a bit of healing there coming through there off of the Dragons rush into the Neshes, but 17 knows there's no hope of making it away from this one. It's just looking to clean up a potential elimination here onto WX98. He is not going to find it, as it is going to be Kagaishi who comes in and cleans up the elimination. As we see the members of DRG go to 7 eliminations, and they're having the best game they've had all night.
Yeah, this is a huge game for DRG. They're still in the last place, but every good game for them is massive because it brings the bottom end of the table up closer to the top end of the table and kind of negates. I mean, there's a world where, like, if everyone played well enough, today's games would be pointless. Obviously, that's never going to happen, but there is a world where that could have happened. And the more the bottom end catch up to the top end, the less of a lead and the less likely these top teams are actually to set themselves up for a good game. Now we're going to see GG, who are still at the top of the table. This is their first Roman Young they're jumping into with 1 kill under their belt, going up versus EWG. CJS has the ultimate. He's actually holding it for a fair amount of time. Wants to wait until the perfect opportunity waits it out, as the Sandstorm just being a real nuisance for the side of EWG. They're trying to catch out there with that vertical on the longsword. Isn't going to be able to hit it. Zegzai losing a lot of HP, but they're caught out by the damage of the chain scythe there from Cookie. Into the Kurumi ultimate they go, as Zegzai going low to CJS. He's still got one left of those Furen shoves, but GG have lost LXM. Cookie sliding down. I don't think CJS is going to be able to live this, and GG crumbling at the seams to EWG.
Yeah, EWG picking up some crucial eliminations and gear that they're going to need for themselves moving into this game. They've been doing a really good job. That's 2 Realms of Yang back to back. They are snowballing those eliminations into more and more as we cut over Team Alliance here, trying to break away from this Viper ultimate. Going to be coming in with one of their own, looking to lock it down here onto the members of WBG. Walker are going to get separated from the rest of WBG here as Alliance finds their 4th elimination of the game. They need to turn around and find the rest of these members here, but they need to be careful because there is JDG looking to come in for the third party here on to Alliance. Alliance now trying to break away. They don't want anything to do with Team JDG here, as they have just invested that Viper ultimate. Yuma still looking to get that ultimate back up online as well. And Alliance just breaks away. JDG not willing to overcommit here. Looks like Wolves going to win their Realm of Yang as well. Wolves with the back-to-back wins, as well as EWG inside the Realm of Yang here. These two teams continue to snowball, and Wolves moves into 2nd place. Now only a single point before tying with GG's 1st place. Wolves, who started out today after game number 2 down in 11th place, has converted their incredible game number 3 into a momentum shift that the rest of these players simply have not been able to deal with, Jake.
No, not at all, as Alliance are going to have to blink away here from Wolves. They're going to go for the run off the back of this one, and Wolves honestly could be set up for a real sprint up the ladder off the back of this. As Alliance are going to be the ones they're looking for, but they are now split. I believe that actually might just be Yuma sacrificing himself for the team, saying, "Guys, get me back up. I'm gonna give him a goose chase through the tunnels and go down." Yuma gets the knockback there briefly, but it's Draco Storm. You're not breaking away from it. Wolves able to get the 1 kill. And let's see if that's enough for Alliance to keep him going.
Crucially,
yeah,
this kill, by the way,
move to 2nd, doesn't it now? Right?
No, they were in 2nd already. They needed 1 elimination to tie it up with GG. They are now sitting at 51.5, the exact same score that GG
they're bringing it back
as well.
Oh my word, they're bringing it back. This could be the Wolves catch up.
It. Look,
and GG, they've got the debuff, so they've got 3 minutes to find those kills, or they're out. And at which point, that gap between Wolves and GG could grow substantially before we go into that final game of the day. Now, Bowder, no debuff on these guys, but they are still looking for the points. They're looking for the kill on to Alliance's NY7. He's not going to be around for long, and Alliance are eliminated.
You hate to see it here, but they have had a fairly good day for Team Alliance, realistically. They've had a couple of good games. Unfortunately, last game and this game, they've fallen further down the leaderboard. But they still have another game to make it up here. Wolves here playing Gatekeeper to Team Baoda. Baoda with the Mystic Might, but Wolves with the Draco Storm in a much stronger power position over Baoda. You trying to get that reset going. Euron going to go ahead and pop the F so that they're not going to see any of those range shots coming through. And Baoda going to force Wolves away there on the Ballista. The Ballista usually good for one, but Baoda just using it to creep some of these other players away. Team GG here looks like they do have a bounty on to somebody, but they are splitting away from it. GG, 1 minute 53 seconds left to find a way to cleanse that Yang depletion for themselves, where they will be out of this lobby here for game number 5. DRG stopping to do a little bit of shopping here. DRG in a very similar situation. They have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left remaining on that Yang depletion. WBG will buy a rebirth charm, trying to get their Viper back into this lobby. Team GG trying to turn things on to the likes of X1 here. They have 1 minute and 25 seconds here. X1, XLY a little separated from the rest of the team, forced to burn that F just to try to break away here. CJS going to try to make something happen here. We'll catch a very clean uppercut into an R&B there from the fan. Going to be forced to invest the F immediately yet again there. The reset coming in, and they are just trying to get away. The Matari ult invested on the side of X1, and GG unfortunately cannot afford to slow down. They have got to find an elimination here if they can do anything. They do have what looks to be enough Dark type twins to buy themselves back in, but I don't think there's going to be enough rebirth charms here. They have just got to outright win this fight into Team X1 CJS here. They're trying to break LYD away from the rest of the team, secure that first kill so they can take it to a 2v3 scenario. XLY though coming in with the Zai ult, going to do a lot of good for the members of X1 here, and all of these teams to be careful. Wolves is nearby and they are hungry. If they can find a third party here, both of these teams might find themselves being eliminated. LYD still alive here, will finally go down to GG's 330. The Soul Bloom still waiting in the wings there. It looks like one of the members of GG will come in and cleanse that Yang depletion for themselves. They need to find 2 more eliminations here, though. CJX going to get parried out here as they are forced to continue to take this fight. Wolves hasn't caught on yet. They haven't smelled the fight breaking out between these two teams. LXM trying to make it happen, but I mean, really here, X1 making this as difficult for the members of GG as possible, and GG's time continues to tick down. 2 of their members do go down to the Yang depletion, and now it's just LXM, and he is hurting as X1 has been able to clutch this out for themselves. They do miss one of their members here, but that is going to be it for GG, ladies and gentlemen. Wolves needs 1 more elimination to take first place away from the likes of GG. DRG with 19 seconds and the members of JL giving chase. This was their best game thus far. Unfortunately, it looks like it is going to be the end for them. 10 seconds here, and they are just trying not to give points away to anybody else. Dongqing down below breaks noise, but the Bane's Breath comes in. Might be a boon, though, as no other teams have been able to secure the elimination on him. Yeah, he is going to keep himself from giving points. EWG will clean up a member of DRG. WX98, though, as they will give some more points.
It's going to be a Draco Storm inside the zone. It's not the zone, sorry, the Spirit Well. That's going to be a really nice one, actually, for one of those teams, if they want to get aggressive with it. And, oh, no, it's the Wolves. Wolves are set up. They've got it almost picked up. They're just using it as a safety net for the moment. The thing is right now the teams are actually scrapping. It would be in their best interest to get the Draco Storm and get the hell into that mosh pit and just get some kills. They are going to now pick it up. Teams are going to be porting out. They could have missed the action, to be honest, with that Draco Storm. We'll see. Although I can see on my mini-map, Wolves absolutely slamming down, and they're going to look to chase people down and secure themselves a couple of kills. One Fang is going to be the first victim of Wolves as they secure themselves back into first place off the back of that one. And then NiHQ is going to continue to shove forwards onto some of these players. Wolves, who is their next prey? Who are they going to look for? JL's TXJ appears right in front of them, and I think Wolves are going to look to jump onto him, but they're not going to be able to find him initially. Sandstorm breaks out as well as they're looking to lock down, but they're not going to be able to find it. That was a pretty big ult used for not a lot. They didn't get anything off it yet, but they're not done yet. Are looking for TXJ, who is just desperately trying to break away from Wolves, but remember, they've got that Draco Storm, so it's rough. Once you get tapped, once you get clipped, the Draco Storm makes it getting away a lot harder, as it does look like he has been able to break their legs a little bit, break their ankles a little bit. TXJ even gets one Fang back. That is actually crazy if he gets away with that. I say that, and then there's a good chance that Wolves look for him. One thing goes down instead to the members of WBG. They're going to pop themselves tethered just to make sure they don't get hit by the charm from the Tessa urn. Still got Drago Storm for a little bit more. Ajao from WBG stole that last kill from Wolves, and they're going to make sure that he gives them their 14th kill they deserve. Down he goes. Bane's Breath is now in play.
Yeah, Wolves here making sure they can put as many points up on the board as they do lead the lobby right now with 14 eliminations, just like they lead the leaderboard right now in first place, stealing it away from the likes of Team GG. Wolves, a rags to riches story as they climb from 11th place after game 2 all the way to first place here in game number 5. Wolves not slowing down anytime soon. As soon as momentum shifts in their favor, they are all gas and no brakes, Jake. EWG here just looking to keep their game alive here, and they're having a good one at that. 9 eliminations for themselves. They've struggled a little today, and they need to make the most out of this game as they humanly can so they can carry some of those points over, crucially, into the finals here for the Summer Split. And it looks like Wolves, Valda, EWG, X1, all going to be trading blows here over the Spirit Well, especially because it is going to be a White Tigers, and Wolves in a very strong position to claim it for themselves here right now as they are trading blows with the likes of EWG. But EWG with the Merciless Havoc going to evict NIHQ and the rest of the members of Wolves as they get some flying. But ZK holding on for dear life here as Zem also coming in with the Merciless Havoc, gonna hold that space for Team Wolves. Wolves is not willing to give this one away. They are wanting this victory. They want their MVP. They want to walk away in first place and find that championship for themselves here for the Summer Split, and they are hungry for it. NIHQ coming in with the grapple bump, keeping these players away. Zem again using that Merciless Havoc to absolute pressure here. EWG though with Merciless Havoc as well, able to catch Zem out there, but we see Zem coming back in yet again, turning it in the direction of EWG, and it's no questions that it's gonna go to Wolves, and they are on the hunt, ladies and gentlemen. IHQ with the ult pop just before they grab it, which means he is gonna be able to re-ult immediately after burning this one. JDG gonna come down. They do get the parry there on an IHQ, but he's got another pair in the back pocket. It's not gonna slow him down in the least. They want to get that Thanos snap rolling, and IHQ comes in onto JDG's Keke, just into the corner, knocks him up here. So much damage being traded onto Keke, that purple armor being shredded away almost instantaneously. EWG's Lu Wei trying to break away here. Wolves coming in, IHQ trying to cover for the rest of the team here as they are topside. They are going to see those cannon shots coming in from the likes of Valda. You trying to break away as Wolves continues to keep the pressure up on this lobby, and everybody doing everything they can to keep Wolves from finding that initial elimination to snowball the lobby.
The crazy thing is Wolves didn't even pick the golden armor up. They had enough golden armor, but there's one still on the floor by where the Spirit Well was. Look, there it is. They are just so geared, but they need to use this. White Tigers have been unable to convert it into a kill. But all it's going to take is that one kill if they can get everybody low. XLY are now going to be the victim of Wolves as they just jump on top and refuse to let them move. Out comes the Tessa Charm though. They weren't able to secure the kill. The Charm's going to connect. The Sandstorm breaks out. NIHQ is going to be A-OK thanks to that Sandstorm as they heal back up. But they've still got 37 seconds. Health bars relatively healthy, all apart from XLY, who is desperately trying to get away from Wolves, as Wolves are just hungry for these kills. They jump in onto 2Tick. 2Tick goes low. He gets knocked into the zone. They're able to take down Jing. Now 2Tick trying to get his way out of the action and away from Wolves, but they're just going to go up into the sky, catch him. He is not going to be allowed to play grapple. He is not going to be allowed to play fly. So they are just keeping him from getting close. Wolves now continuing to pressure up onto XLY. X1 are taken out of the lobby. White Tigers worn off, but Wolves still got that aggression. They've still got that tempo. They need to be careful for the Viper Stomp, but somehow they're able to break away from it. TXJ going a little bit low there. Actually, all of JL going low. Wolves get hit by the urn from the Tessa. They're going to immediately, in response, prop the Karumi ultimate just to make sure they all stay healthy and healed up. able to break away, keep themselves alive. Cookie now getting turned onto by 9HQ. He's unable to make the full connection with the halberds, but he's keeping that aggression up. Ultimate is burned, and there's going to be the Furen shove onto Cookie, into the knockups, into the knockdowns, into the zone. He's just keeping them out. He's not letting them near. He does need to repair his halberds, though. They've gone too low. 0 out of 60 on the durability, but he's still keeping that aggression going. He's still going to be able to eke out some damage from them, especially with his Soul Jade setup. No ultimate available to him, though, as he's just going to do a quick jump around, look for who else is up and available. Keck goes over the shoulder, switches out to the golden staff, and the damage is going to continue here. Keck tries to make a break away from 9HQ, but there is no way for him to survive that one. Wolves go up to 18 kills off the back of this one, and they have 2 away from that 20 bomb, and this could be the difference. This could be what separates them from everyone else going forwards into that grand finals. This game here, the lead they accrue could be absolutely game-changing for the finals. Wolves still got members. Bowder actually able to take down one of Wolves, though. Be able to take out their Tammy, but they're going to get themselves knocked back as Wolves continue to control the zone for now. Zem getting healed up by his Kurumi, though, is going to get knocked into the zone, so it takes an initial burst of damage. There's going to be the Tessa Charm onto multiple people. You have the Furen shove, so you can use this to knock people back. And VVV is going to be his target. Are they going to be able to get him? Bowder able to secure that kill. Pete takes down Zem as well. 9HQ, the only one left standing for the side of Wolves, is Bowder the last team standing. They denied him the multiplier. That was still a hell of a game for Wolves.
Oh my goodness, Wolves, ladies and gentlemen, climb all the way to the very tippity top of the leaderboard. They're also going to be walking away your MVP for game number 5, a rags to riches story. As soon as they find a little bit of momentum, this team is all gas, no brakes. They will not slow down, ladies and gentlemen. Team Wolves is going to climb to your first place and finds MVP here in game number 5. Will they stay on top when we come back for game number 6? Time will tell.
So bad at this location. I promise, guys, I'll put some time into learning Padoria map names. Takes me a while.
We're going to start things off here with WBG down in 8th place right now. Over to X1. X1 putting on a really good performance today with that Monk Valda comp before. So we come over now to JDG here, trading blows with Bao Da. The slabs coming in from Two-Tick here. Two-Tick, no weapon on board, but more than happy to come in and cover for the team here. And JDG, unfortunately, will lose a member out to this as Bao Da just starts to clutch it up here with the weapons and the armor difference. I mean, very hard position for JDG to be in here. They really try to make something happen, but it's just not going to happen. Bao Da going to get their ultimates online off of this engagement, as well as they find 3 eliminations onto JDG. That means they're going to be able to aggressively turn. They've got 2 sets of blue armor and purple armor already. Like, the luck for Bao Da here off the drop, very, very good. They need to convert this into as many points as humanly possible as we cut over to Team Alliance, chasing down the members of KLA. KLA trying to turn it now onto Team Alliance. Yuma taking so much damage. NY7 trying to use that F there on Zai to come in, make something happen. That set of purple armor. They're going to be separated from the rest of the team, though, but Alliance keeping it together. QGG there with the Furin show. Still 2 online, just holding it together for KLA. Nobody dropping just yet, though. Alliance doing a really good job of keeping themselves from getting eliminated. 1 Furin shove left for QGG. He's going to have to expend it here as we see the Zayef coming through. The F on QGG going to be popped here as we see 2 members of KLA go down. KLA disappears in the blink of an eye. And I mean, Alliance plays this so well. All they have to do is just not die and wait that Takeda ultimate out, and they win that skirmish. And what do we see happen? As soon as that last Furin shove comes out, Alliance just turns it on to KLA and cuts them down. Team Wolves here coming in with that aggression we talked about, looking to hunt it down onto WBG. Will it pay off for Team Wolves, though? The F going to be invested in. Oh my goodness, AXO almost gets deleted instantaneously. Going to be forced to send the umbrella out, use the tether to try to break away, but Wolves keeps the pressure up. I don't know how long AXO can keep it alive here. Alliance doing what Alliance has been doing all day, buying those early game moonbanes. We see WBG Exhale does go down. Wolves starts to clean up this fight, but needs to be careful about overcommitting, as it looks like the potential third party getting ready to come over top here. Jing will go down. Sleepwalker caught out in the Zai ultimate. The Zayev comes in, but now JDG over the top rope here into it. But Wolves, you're going to get thrown over the shoulder here by 2Tick. They need to be careful, as JDG going to have those ultimates online. Wolves, though, crucially does pick up 2 of those eliminations. JDG will steal 1 away from him. The only one that they've got, JDG coming off of a resurrection, though. So this fight, very, very risky for them. ZK going to go very low. 2Tick trying to collapse in and make a play off of it. NiHQ going to go down, though. JDG turning it into a 3v2 scenario here. ZK trying to break away is going to get eliminated, but Wolves keeps their Zai online crucially here, as JDG finds a little bit of a footing back into the game. So we cut over to OUG trading blows with the likes of EWG. OUG trying to break away from this. The King using those grapples just to keep EWG locked down on the chase. Unfortunately, they are going to be forced back into this fight as a member of their team gets separated here. Cookie and everyone trying to land those parries, make something happen, but Baoda waiting in the wings. OUG needs to separate from this fight as soon as possible. They are holding on to those ultimates, though, and it looks like we do see the members of EWG break away, and OUG is going to go do a little bit of surfing as they head into the mid stage of this game. Jake.
Yeah, really nice there, coming in for the side. I mean, I just want to go back to the Wolves thing, because that Wolves fight, because I swear that Wisp, like, just never ended. It just lasted for so long. I was just so tilted. They just didn't get to play anything. They were just locked down by the Wisp and held still the entire time. As gonna see Bowder dropping down into the pit and just having a quick look, as we're going to see WBG actually. Walker, only with grey HP, needs to be careful. Taking this fight versus JDG, is able to do a fair heap of damage to him. Sandstorm's going to cause a real problem for Walker here. He has to reposition, nicely able to do so. Kiki goes down to the chain scythe from Walker. And with the Sandstorm now broken out, Walker is going to feel free to chain scythe away. 2Tick pops the ultimate. There's going to be the Karumi ult to try and keep the healing up onto Walker. He is able to refresh that grey armor so effectively. He's still very squishy with just that grey armor. Waiting out the last of that chain scythe, was able to get some bonus damage down. This fight is far from over. JDG do lose 2Tick, and I think at this point, the fight is a bit donezo. I say that, and then in come the Wolves to come play tidy up. They got third-partied earlier by JDG. They're going to third-party JDG as well, just to run some salt in the wounds. Looks like they're going to send everybody packing, though, and Wolves aren't able to really capitalize much off the back of that fight.
I mean, what they do get, though, crucially, is a bunch of resources that they need from JDG to keep their game alive here. Those 2 bodies down below that were cleaned up, they're going to be able to take all of the loot from that and keep things going. And it does put JDG in a really poor position for themselves. We cut over to EWG. Trading at blows with X1. LYD going to be eliminated here by EWG. Not sure where the other members of X1 are. It looks like one of them has been eliminated, so it's just going to be the Temi keeping the game alive for X1 as EWG stop to do a little bit of looting here. Bauda up top will land a bow shot, but they do not look to overcommit, as we're going to see GG 330 pick up JDG's Jing, and that is JDG out of the lobby. So Wolves doesn't get any eliminations there, but they do grief JDG essentially out of the lobby. They return the favor and send them packing, Jake.
Yeah, they do. GG now putting the pressure up onto KLA. GG trying to make a break away from this one, but is she able to do so? In comes the rest of KLA though. 17S able to chunk out CJS from GG as jumps back into the fight with the Meteor. Forwards he goes. They are in the back of the no ult zone. CJS, that's actually a bit of a nuisance for him. Means he won't be able to use that ultimate available to him. KLA don't seem particularly interested in jumping in yet, especially with QGG being low on armor. It's going to refresh fully here. Now they're going to look to push up into this no ult zone. GG do look very juicy for them. Purple armor on 2 members. If they can secure this fight, they're going to be able to have a whole heap of control. But it is hard to take the fight when you're dealing with that no ult zone. Bow shot lands onto CJS just to push him away a little bit. It looks like the fight's just going to come to an end there. GG going to back off. Neither team going to full commit to a fight. And I think that makes sense, especially when you've got this Realm of Yang spawning up fairly soon. as you can see. Every time I mention it, it comes up perfectly. You can see where the teams are and who's going to be looking to get it. I expect to see Wolves GG jump in. They're both very close. This could be a little bit scrappy for this Rumble Yang portal here, especially in the middle of the map where you've got Alliance, OUG, WBG, JL, and KLA collapsing in. We could be in for a true scrap for this portal.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out there. JL here, VVV setting themselves up for success. VVV has done a really good job here today on this iPick, so happy to see JL spending the points to be able to pick up the Xiphon comp yet again and just go ahead and put VVV where they excel. VVV, just one of those really strong players. It looks like VVV was able to get in. The rest of JL, TJ, there they go. They're going to follow through. And it's going to be Wolves versus Alliance, GG versus DRG, and JL versus Baoda inside the realm of Yang. And we're going to kick things off here with Baoda versus the members of JL. Baoda's G-Ran going topside here on the fan.
Did you not see his goal, Jade?
Yeah.
He's got the red one. I can't remember the name. Volpine Essence.
Volpine Essence here on Iran. So Baoda going to be feeling really comfortable here. Going to spend the F to go airborne so they can come down with the fan R&B. The members of JL Yiran around the corner here. Just going to go airborne yet again. Looking to come in with that fam R&B. But the ult going to be invested here now by Yiran. Looking for the F onto VVV. Misses the opportunity and walks into VVV's ult. Yiran going to return the favor there onto VVV, saying, come on, if you want to go ult for ult, I'm more than happy to. VVV trying to catch a little bit of damage out on Yiran. Not quite going to find it. Will find that follow-up, though. VVV going to have that. There it is. The ult coming out. The flames from VVV going to do quite a bit of damage. Yiran trying to get theirs back online and find a good position into the members of JL here, but not quite able to. A parry coming in from One Fang. And Yiran goes low here. The F going to be invested. VVV goes down. Yiran, though, still holding on to that Volpine Essence. Looking to take a little bit of a heal here so that they can maximize the effectiveness of it. Valdaz, you going pretty low here. Yiran coming back in immediately. One Fang getting the tether out here, trying to get the heals on as we see Alliance picking up Wolves ZK inside the realm of Yang. And Alliance wins their first Yang all day here. Valdaz, Yiran gonna go down here. And now it is just you versus JL. And JL will clean up that elimination and come out on top inside the realm of Yang.
I mean, JL prove why everyone's so hyped on them there. They beat the team with the Volpine Essence, and it wasn't even close. Like, that fight did not feel like Baoda were given a window or an opportunity to take that. Huge stuff. Did you see that obviously Wolves lost to Alliance, I believe, and I can't remember who GG were playing. Maybe WBG, but that is a very wild guess from me. All running around with that Vermilion Birds, mate, and there's a whole heap of teams in the area, so I expect to see some action. If I were Wolves, if I were Powder, I'd want to be closing in on this area right now and try and pick up the pieces. Get your Vulture act on. Grab the scraps as you can as Alliance and JL play this fairly tame here. Do you see NY7 did look for the F, didn't actually make a connection at all on that one. Still got the Chain Scythe ultimate available to him. PvP just going to go for a light knockback onto Revenge, though the Chain Scythe is going to hit. VVV needs to be careful. Now the Chain Scythe's out from NY7. Comes in for the F, gets the slam down onto One Thing. That's really big. Now he's going to open up on a VVV with the chains, but he's actually just playing evasion versus VVV. Doesn't want to be getting pulled in. Able to evade away, and it's that dodge of the cone. If you get hit by that cone, you're going to lose a lot of HP. Both these teams playing it well. JL do end up getting hit. NY7 going very low. Karumi ultimate is timed out now, so that makes his life a little bit harder for him. No one has come in for third party. These guys have just been given a very extended trade versus one another. But so far, no one's really been able to capitalize on anything, although VVV's armor now stripped away in the run to the health bar. He's going low. There's going to be the collapse from Alliance to pop that one. In the jump onto TXJ. He's going to be next up on the menu. You can see the EWG are closing in on the area, though, so this could get a little bit dicey. KLA have also slide in as well. There's going to be NY7 securing the last kill onto One Fang and taking down the last of JL. They've got the Bird's Might, so they may run back because this is scrappy. Yuma pinned against the wall, trying to make a break for it. NY7 is able to get him out. The Chain Scythe does a bit of work there, as there's going to be the Karumi ultimate. KLA able to finally finish up Yuma. Alliance, they've got 49 seconds to play with before this gets genuinely dangerous for them. before that ultimate time's out. More teams closing in on the area. You can see Wolves have closed in. I think they're fighting Bowder in the distance. No, it's WBG they're fighting. Lue going low, Cookie going even lower. NY7 has run out of that ultimate now, as he's just looking to build it back up, but he's not going to get the opportunity. There's going to be Alliance popping the last of their Birds Mites and getting out. That is just absolute carnage.
Yeah, Wolves here able to cleanse one of their Yang depletion. Still need to find 2 more to keep their game alive here. GG starting to close that gap with 7 elimination, as XM down below, extremely low, has just cut Noise. He wants nothing to do with that. Cannon shots coming out. XM moving away, but DRG not sure that somebody is actually there. Kakaishi, though, will see XM in the distance. XM able to move to the side here and pick up a set of blue armor, but wants to continue to break away. DRG going to try to keep everything moving here onto XM as all 3 members collapse. Things do not look good for Wolves. XM here, the F going to be invested. They just want to burn as much time off of DRG as humanly possible here. Crucially, I don't believe it was XM who had already cleansed that Yang depletion. So Wolves are going to keep their game alive here as we cut over to Baoda versus GG. Baoda, 47 seconds left remaining. They need to make something happen here on to Team GG if they want to come back into this game. Unfortunately, LXM is just gonna cut away from this. They know what's going on here. They understand that you or Baoda here trying to cleanse that Yang depletion. Unfortunately, they will break line of sight. Wolves will get double rebirth charms back in, and Wolves is going to keep their game alive here as we see DRG's WX98 going to go down to the Yang depletion. X1's LYD will pick up an elimination on EWG. Wolves ZK will go away. ZK, the only member eliminated from Wolves right now, so Wolves needs to find another way to bring them back into the game. NIHQ, with the immediate purchase of a rebirth charm, will be able to get ZK back into the game very quickly, and there it is. ZK going to be rebirthed almost immediately as the second set of Yangs come through. JL going to opt to head on in, and it's going to be JL versus Baoda for the second time today. Oh,
he ran into escape JL and they just followed him through the door, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's how that happens. No way.
Oh!
JL, they're just going to play with their food, I think. I think Bowder are just going to have to suffer this one. Is there a world where your rank can buy out the 1 minute 50? They're not going to let him heal, though, is the problem. Like, it's not going to happen. Yeah. Alliance get a freebie, though. I mean, so do JL, to be fair. But Alliance get it. No, they don't. X1. Okay. Are they going to be able to pull this fight off? Versus X1. Right now, Golden Staff on the NY7. Purple armor. He's pretty geared at this point. Going to just go up into the sky for the moment. NY7 looking for his target. Goes in for the F. Does get the slam down on to ZDI. One more F going to be available to him. But he jumped in immediately with a chain into that cone. Looking again to try and get some damage off, but looks like the members of the other side are holding on. X1 keeping this one going. Chainsaw lands in. There's the F onto 2. Absolutely huge from NY7. But XLY does look to try and turn around. Kurumi ultimate has been popped just to keep people going. Topped up on those armors for the moment. Chainsaw will now time it out just after this cone's done. And it's going to be back to the staff here for NY7. But he's getting caught in a staff of his own right. Losing all of his armor, a big chunk of his HP. Looking for the kill on to ZDI. Hits him with the meteor in the sky. And now he can turn his attention towards the others. He needs to get some healing done, get some armor back. As he's going to turn around onto LYD. LYD, though, turns back onto him. NY7, low HP. Switching to range. Just trying to be a nuisance from the distance. And Alliance just about pull it out.
Oh my goodness, Alliance coming out on top in the realm of Yang is absolutely huge. Oh my goodness, GG is going to lose 330 and LXM. It's a tough position for GG to be in. They were looking to potentially climb and take it back from Team Wolves, but I do believe they are down to a single member, CJS, out in the zone, and KLA looking to play gatekeeper. They've spotted onto him. I don't know what CJS can do in this particular situation other than try to find an elimination and get themselves some more points here. They are so close to picking it up from Wolves, but unfortunately that is going to be it for Team GG. They are going to be eliminated here from game number 6, but they are still holding on to second place. That said, I don't think Maybe JL. If JL finds an explosive end circle, they could potentially come out on top of Wolves if Wolves goes out here fairly soon. But Wolves doing a good job maintaining that first position, even after they struggled out of that first Realm of Yang, being able to buy back both of their members after finding that crucial Soul Bloom to keep their healer alive. Absolutely huge performance from Wolves there. JL here with the Draco Storm on the hunt. They want to climb back up the leaderboard here. They did not want to give away that top position to GG and then Wolves. So JL here looking to have another explosive game. BBB, of course, on that Zai. Very strong pick for them. As we cut over here to X1, still with 4 minutes left remaining on that Yang depletion, looking for the perfect place to respawn so they can go clutch up some more eliminations and potentially find their way back into this game. I got to take a second to talk about Team Alliance, though. You know, Team Alliance has had some decent games today, but this game shaping up, it looks like to be one of their best games all day, as they have had an explosive game number 6 so far, Jake.
And I think what's most impressive is this is their best game, but they've been pretty consistent. I think they've had like 1 or 2 bad games or like mediocre games
yeah,
they've been performing, right? Like their games have been very consistently good, and I think that's almost the story of this team is Bowder, Yoran getting jumped onto by the members of X1, the rest are collapsing in. Oh yeah, he's the only member of Bowder.
No doubt,
he was going to buy a rebirth charm, and X1 deny him as he's going for the runaway, puts down the scythe for a brief second just to get some damage off, but there are also other people in the area. Dinner bell may get rung. But X1 are able to get the kill and cleanse one of their players.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate for Bauda. Yeah, Yiran, that's twice today. I believe we've seen Bauda send one player into the Realm of Yang and having to take that 1v3. It is not a place you want to be at all. Let's take a look at the leaderboard alliance with 13 eliminations. GG and Bauda tied at 7, but unfortunately, both of them eliminated from the lobbies. We take a look at Team Wolves here. Just swapping a couple of Jades and stuff here on the edge of the zone. Wolves more than happy to just kind of play this out for a consistency game, I think. I think they had their steam kind of slowed down there after that Realm of Yang. Things went very, very sideways for them. You know, they lose one of the members, they lose XM, but crucially, they are able to get the cleanse onto their zipping, and zipping against all odds is actually able to buy back both of their players and keep the game alive from Wolves. I think Wolves making the smart decision here. They have already had an explosive day today. They're in just such a clean position to just be able to kind of chill things out. We're going to see X1 here coming to buy back at least one of their teammates. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get both, unfortunately. No, they do buy another charm. ZDI goes and buys a charm here, it looks like. So did they? Am I going crazy here, or no? Maybe that was just a late rebirth coming in for ZDI we see there. So unfortunately, X1 only going to get one of their players back into the game, so they're going to have to play very carefully. That said, they're sitting in 4th place right now. Very respectable day from X1. They also were able to show us one heck of a game with a composition that we had kind of counted out before X1 showed us how it was done. Yeah,
we really did. We've been critical of it, but they made it work. Not playing it this time around, though. As we're going to see Alliance. You said it's a good day. It's been a good day for them, indeed. They're going to get the White Tigers, not the super late White Tigers everyone dreams of. But they're going to have a White Tigers. That should be a little bit of buff for them, as X1 lie with one player left. CDI not going to be getting picked up, unfortunately. I think that might just be this game done for X1. But yeah, Alliance should be picking up this any moment now. They're waiting to hold on for just a bit longer. Trying to get it as late as possible. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, ever since we've seen the shift where we know how long this is going to be available, this is a strategy we've seen players just trying to hold on to it as long as possible. You know, we did see that a little bit beforehand as well, which is why we did see that big change earlier in the season where, okay, yeah, you can still hold out a little bit longer, but you can't hold out as long as before. Now there's only 140 seconds to secure it. You really need to, you know, make it happen, so to speak. Alliance here will hold on till the very last second. will now keep that White Tiger's prowess for themselves and immediately look to start converting into some kills. And there's X1's LXY, and the F going to come through. LXY is able to get the parry, but he can't hold on. Yeah. Doesn't really matter when you've got the Zai holding the ult there in your face. And of course, that ult immediately going to be available for NY7 here, because you pop the ult, then you pick up the buff, and you get the thing that restores your ultimate as well. So as soon as your ultimate goes offline, you're able to reconvert it and hold on to it. And time will tell if Alliance wants to pressure that anymore, if they're going to be happy with that one elimination. Because like you said, this is not the coveted super late game White Tiger's prowess. So a lot more space for these teams to fan out and reduce the effectiveness of that buff, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. You're seeing Alliance just having a look around for a potential pick. They haven't been able to really, other than that one on X1, haven't been able to convert it into much more. But I mean, it's White Tigers. You're in a fairly large circle. It's been a very aggressive game. There's not actually that many players left to be getting those kills onto. So Alliance are just going to use this as the opportunity to maybe convert themselves into a potentially comfortable spot for the next Spirit Well, which I very much doubt will be a White Tigers. I think there's a chance, but I think it's a very low chance.
We're going to see here. The Alliance still with 26 seconds here, but I think they're playing this smart, right? They know this isn't the coveted late game situation for that White Tigers. There's no real point in them going out trying to convert this into more kills. They do pick up one kill off of the White Tigers, but if they go out and try to really harass the lobby this way, they can find themselves being eliminated earlier than they want to, and they are having a good game right now. 14 eliminations. They are vastly ahead of everybody else in this lobby.
Yeah, they really are. 5 minutes left in the game. Got the Draco Storm, actually, which is a pretty big one to have in the end.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very, very explosive ending here. See what they're going to go for. Who's going to get it is the question. Alliance just looks so scary. Golden armor, golden weapons. Like, how do you go near them?
Yeah, I mean, Alliance is just absolutely stacked right now. They are in such a strong position. Like, you just don't want to go into this team. You're walking into a blender. There we go. We're going to see it come through. JL going to try to fight for it. Alliance just immediately comes in. We're to see the Flame Breath coming in, trying to disencourage Alliance from coming through onto this, but Alliance just does not care. They are more than happy to hold this. JL there with the Saskatchewan Sky Pillar, though, going to force NY7 away. Nobody wanting to eat that silence in the middle of all this craziness. KLA now the ones in control here, and Alliance, no, we're going to see Yuma coming back in. I thought Alliance might have given up on this for just a second. KLA trying to use that Flame Breath to hold that circle for themselves. QGG more than happy to invest the ultimate here to guarantee it for them. JL still trying to fight for this Spirit Well, but KLA just holding the space here, and Alliance makes the smart decision, I think, to back off from this one. They didn't really have a power position, I think, to hold this particular one. No, they are going to come back in. They're waiting, but the KLA with the Furin shoves, they're so close to taking this. I think Alliance is a little too late for it, and there it is. KLA will be picking up that Draco Storm and all of this extra loot for themselves. They're going to convert themselves into gold armor there for CXZ, a set of golden nunchucks as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a continuation of action, though, towards the top end of the circle. You can see for JL holding on top of this roof for just a little bit longer, as long as they can. That staff from VVV with the Soul Jade is going to be a real pain to get near, so they're just doing what they can to hold on for the moment, as QGG is going to look to try and get some shots off onto the low ground here with a cannon. And TRG, wait, are they with OUG? I can't see if that was just like two teams camping in a bush together, or if they're just like awkward camera angle. But either way, DRG are definitely hiding in a bush right now. The Alliance still playing it pretty chill. Wolves as well in this game, but not doing much. They just want to hold on as late as possible. KLA do try and push up onto Alliance, actually, and see if they can get some damage off. That actually forces Wolves to scrabble as well, as they don't want to hang around. They don't really want to get involved in the fight with the big boys with the golden gear. And they're just going to back off for a brief second. Although Yuma does try and pick a fight with Wolves, and finds out the Wolves still have fangs. Gonna bite back and strip away a bunch of his health. Everyone's holding on. 2 minutes 40 until this circle closes, until this game comes to an end. as KLA takes this opportunity to quickly repair weapons, get themselves set up. Cannon shots coming through. They're just going to continue to pester the teams above them and anyone who drops in below, as JL eating a whole heap of cannon shots there on that low ground. Alliance actually going to get knocked down as the circle's going to slowly move people in, and as the circle moves people closer, the action immediately starts to break out. DRG have come out of hiding and they're looking to put some shots down for a brief second. Remember, this is this cannonball comp. If they can make it to the end game, this is going to be the big decider. They're going to be able to put out so much work with that Yoto in the final circle, and I think the teams are going to be clearly aware of that. They're going to be keenly fearful of what could happen from this DRG comp. They're able to put a whole bunch of poke on whole heap of poke onto WX98. It looks like he's going to be able to stand fast on the moment as Don Q gets inside the mech, and the cannonballs are going to start to rain down onto everybody in front of them. ZK gets knocked into the zone. He's able to hold fast for just a moment, but DRG are going to look to get the kill onto him. That's going to be Don Q9 from the mech securing the kill. We've still got a couple of seconds now before this circle starts to move. Half a minute. And this action is going to get incredibly heated. 16 players still in the game. As the Kakaishi comes out, the mech has been used. He's holding fast, but he's going to get immediately chunked out, losing a massive chunk of armor. They will not let the Yoto play the game. Kakaishi, he just can't move. He's down. Beautiful lockdown from the players to make sure he can't get into this game. Can they get the pick up onto Kakaishi? I think the circle's too close, though, for that to be happening. And DRG, barely anybody left. They've only got one player, the Yueshen, trying to hold fast for the second, but that's going to be the end of Wolves. Alliance also losing a player to GG here, and the group has just gotten incredibly small. DRG 2, they were too tight with their ults. They didn't want to throw it down. GG has the overcomer. I haven't seen that soldier in so long. He's putting out some serious work with the pole sword. Very parryable, but very high damage. KLA, it looks like this could just be their game. They're up to 8 kills, but Alliance are still in it with 16 kills. It's going to be a hard one to pull back, as JL actually cashing in on a couple of kills in the back line as well. There goes Alliance as they tried to cash in on some extra kills. KLA looking to finish up the members of JL, but JL fire back. JL lost team standing, but I think that's KLA's game.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Alliance who comes out on top. Yeah. Alliance just rolled the lobby up until the end here. Unfortunately for Alliance, they do find themselves going down here, but they have enough kills. They're going to walk away with the MVP. This is a big game for Team Alliance. They definitely needed this so they could get some extra points to carry over into the grand finals. After this, Alliance is going to find themselves very happy to be picking up an MVP here today. What a game this was. I mean, very interesting game. Unfortunately, GG goes out early. Wolves forced to finally temper that momentum off the back of a huge loss to Alliance in